pork belly. Elsewhere in the world, the side and back cuts of pork are used. The meat is cured in either a salt brine or in a salt pack. After that, it's either dried, boiled, or smoked. According to the founders of Bacon Day, we're encouraged to eat a variety of bacon while watching Kevin Bacon movies or movies with bacon in the title. Giving and receiving gifts of bacon is also encouraged. Other suggested traditions such as bacon toast and kissing under the pork fat mistletoe have been mentioned as well. Let's get baconing today. It's National Bacon Day on this Tuesday, December the 30th edition of The Joe Show. Our phone number to call in remains the same as always, 859-238-9447. That's 238-WHIR. We start you off, as we always do, playing the national anthem. It's brought to you by Bob Allen Motor Mall and the Hometown Radio Network, and here it is.
The Bob Allen Motor Mall and Hometown Radio Network proudly honor America with the playing of our national anthem. 859-238-WHIR. Phone number to call in, 238-9447. As we celebrate birthdays and anniversaries on this Tuesday, the 30th day of the month of December. 859-238-9447. And give me 1 second, having some problems with the radio station computer here. What is going on? What in the world? Okay, here we go. Took a lot more clicks than it should to get to our birthday music today. Cue up the music. Let's celebrate birthdays on this Tuesday, the 30th day of the month of December. Here we go. Birthdays today look like this. Starting off with the list that Radio Rick sent me from earlier this morning. These are Radio Rick's birthdays that he's celebrating with on WHBN this morning. He's got one, Sherry Smith has a birthday today. Happy birthday to Sherry Smith. Other birthdays on this December the 30th include, come on, computer, work for me, Tinsley McCoy's having a birthday today. So is Karina O'Brien Williams and Jordan Wells on the birthday list. So 4 names that we have down: Tinsley McCoy, Karina O'Brien Williams, Jordan Wells, and Sherry Smith. 859-238 WHIR, 238-9447. Come on, get them on the Joe Show this morning. Let's do it. It's a Tuesday. It's the 30th day of December. Typical Tuesday morning show we have lined up for you. First guest comes on here this morning at 7:10. That'll be Danville boys basketball coach Tristan Ford. We'll have him on this morning. Every Tuesday we talk about Danville Admiral basketball. We'll actually have Danville coming up on Friday in the girl-boy doubleheader versus Danville Christian Academy. So we'll talk with Coach Ford this morning at 7:10 about Danville boys basketball. And they actually played last night. They added a late game, and they beat Franklin County 62-60. They've won 2 in a row. They're 3-1 in their past 4. The Admirals are. So we'll talk with Coach Ford this morning at 7:10.
8 o'clock in the morning hour this morning, 8:10. We've got, I believe it's Mike Marcy, the Marcinator, calling in once again from the Boyle County Public Library, giving us an update on what's going on there at the library. That'll be at 8:10 this morning. 8:20, Randyisms, the thoughts of Randy Graham and Randy Graham's thoughts, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8:10 right here on The Joe Show. 8:40, James the Gardener is on here, gardening with James. We'll see what's going on in the garden with James at 8:40. Dusty joins us at 9:10 this morning for a Kentucky music preview. We'll see what's up with Dusty. And at 9:35 this morning, Ann Yeager joins the show for a Tuesday with Stith. I'll be anxious to see how things went with the candlelight service last Tuesday. And Ann Yeager will join us this morning at 9:35. That's the rundown of today's show this morning. We'd love to have you on. Our phone number to call in is, as always, 859-238-9447, 238-WHIR. What about those Falcons last night? Almost blew it. But these are not the Falcons of old. No, the Falcons of old would have blown it. The Falcons of new well, they're still not good, but at least they're not blowing 21-point leads at the half and 21-point leads late in the second half. That's the Falcons of old. These are the new Falcons. They'll still finish under 500. They still kind of stink, but at least they don't blow leads. Falcons win last night, 27-24, beating the Rams on Monday Night Football last night. It was a good win for them. We'll talk about that coming up next right here on The Joe Show in our sports. 859-238-WHIR. 238-9447. 22 degrees. Wind chill feels like 13 as you're getting this Tuesday morning started off right here on The Joe Show.
There's something happening here, but what it is ain't exactly clear.
The Falcons beat the Rams on Monday Night Football. Nikola Jokic injured, and the father of a NASCAR star dies in a house fire. Those are the headlines on this Tuesday morning. I'm Joe Mathis, guiding you through these Tuesday morning sports. Starting off in the National Football League, where a Los Angeles Rams team that spent most of the season competing for the best in the National Football League now is third in its own division, saddled with a 2-game losing streak and bound to open the playoffs now on the road. Quote, "This is a humbling league, and we got humbled tonight," Rams coach Sean McVay said. Bijan Robinson rushed for 195 yards, including a 93-yard touchdown, and Zane Gonzalez kicked a 51-yard field goal with 21 seconds left as the Falcons recovered after blowing two 21-point leads. Bijan Robinson's 93-yard touchdown run was the longest in Atlanta history, and Jesse Bates III scored in a 34-yard pick six. Bolstered by those big plays, the Falcons led 21-0 in the half and 24-3 early in the second half. Matthew Stafford recovered from throwing 3 interceptions to help the Rams pull even at 24 as he threw an 11-yard touchdown pass to Puka Nacua with 2:46 left. The Falcons, though, extended their winning streak to 3 games as Robinson also set the team record for most scrimmage yards in a season. The Rams began the week leading the NFL in scoring and yards and were shut out in the first half. After trailing 21-0 at halftime, the Rams were kept out of the end zone until Stafford's 27-yard touchdown pass to Terrence Ferguson late in the third quarter. But again, with the score tied 24, the Falcons drove back down the field and kicked a game-winning field goal from 51 yards out to beat the Rams 27-24. It's the Falcons' third win in a row. In the NBA, the Nuggets suddenly are holding their breath and hoping for the best. Star center and 3-time MVP Nikola Jokic suffered a left knee injury Monday in a game against the Heat after awkwardly hyperextending it. Jokic trudged off the court with an extreme limp and did not return in the second half. Initially, the Nuggets had said Jokic was questionable to return to the game, though he was not on the floor at the start of the second half. The injury came late in the second quarter with just 6 seconds left to play in the period when Jokic was defending the paint. As he was shuffling his feet, Nuggets forward Spencer Jones was pushed backward, and Jones stepped on Jokic's left foot as Jokic was planting that foot, causing his left knee to buckle and hyperextend backwards. Meanwhile, in the game, The Heat won 147-123. In the NASCAR news, Dennis Hamlin, the father of NASCAR driver Denny Hamlin, died from injuries suffered during a house fire that destroyed the home of Denny Hamlin's parents in North Carolina on Sunday. He was 75 years old. Denny Hamlin's mother, Mary Lou Hamlin, who's 69, was listed in critical condition and transferred to a hospital in Winston-Salem, which reported the Hamlin's house was about 20 miles outside of Charlotte. Authorities in Gaston County, North Carolina, told WCNC that it took firefighters about 2 hours to extinguish the blaze at that two-story home. About 40 to 45% of the home was already burning by the time crews arrived. Those are the headlines on this Tuesday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
What makes Whitaker Bank uniquely Kentucky? It's the friendly, expert care you'll experience every time you bank with us. Hi, I'm Lindsay Cole, the Retail Market Manager at Whitaker Bank in Danville, Kentucky. Whether you're opening an account, planning for the future, or looking for a friendly face, we're here to make banking easy. Stop by or call us at 859-236-9822 to see how we put you first. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC.
Don't be a dirty driver. You can shine on and drive on with a clean vehicle from the original Thoroughbred Car Wash in Danville on Perryville Road. The original Thoroughbred Car Wash has 6 self-service bays and 8 vacuums and a touchless automatic wash that washes, waxes, and blow dries for the spotless wash that you'll be proud of. Find the original Thoroughbred Car Wash in Danville on Perryville Road, just down from Big Lots, open 7 days a week for your convenience.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, Little Riley Joe, brought to you by Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision auto body repair. Head to the mechanics over at Dabbs. Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Dillahay. Get a free estimate, and they work with your insurance company, fixing water leaks, window motor repairs, hail damage, paintless tint repair. Danville Auto Body Shop. Chance flurries today, mostly cloudy, and a high today of 32. It'll clear by mid-morning, low tonight 25. Tomorrow, partly sunny, 39 and 28. New Year's Day is Thursday, partly sunny, and 40 is the high. At 6:25 in the morning, 22 degrees, wind chill feels like 12 right here in Danville. Tuesday, the 30th day of the month of December. We're happy you're on the show this morning. 859-238-WHIR to call in. 238-9447. I did fail to mention that we do have a new Oreo to taste test later on this morning at about 9:05 or so, 9:10. We'll be doing cookie dough Oreo. I was actually at the Kroger in Harrodsburg looking for the Reese Oreos to buy. They did not have them, and then I stumbled upon this one we haven't done yet. Cookie dough Oreo. Basically cookies, not cookies and cream. Oreo's already cookies and cream. It's cookie dough, cookies and cream Oreo. Chocolate chip cookie dough Oreos. That'll be interesting to taste test. That'll happen in the 9 o'clock in the morning hour here on the show. That'll be Oreo, if my math is correct, Oreo number 52. That will end up taste testing today. 859-238-WHIR. Celebrities, those famous people having famous birthdays on this famous day. Our birthdays today look like this. Happy 41st birthday today to NBA legend. He's... it depends on who you ask. I say he's a top 2 player in the history of basketball. He may not be number 2. 41 years old today for LeBron James. Got a lot of people punching the radio that I would say that he may be the best player in all of NBA history. But he may be the best player in all of NBA history. Depends on who you ask. Either way, here's a clip of LeBron talking about the biggest adjustments he made when entering the NBA at only 18 years old.
The number one thing for me is I had to be true to who I am. Be true to who I am, and I also had a group of guys around me that held me accountable. And that means a lot to me. I didn't have yes men around me. I had guys that if I was doing something that they didn't believe that was the correct way, they'd get on me.
LeBron James, 41 years old today. Tiger Woods going to be 50 years old today. Legendary golfer. We haven't heard much Tiger recently, but he'll be 50 years old today. Happy birthday to Tiger. 48 years old today for Layla Ali, the daughter of boxer Muhammad Ali. She is also a boxer as well. Rudyard Kipling, born this date, 1865. the Jungle Book author, having a birthday today, this date 1865. And in music, Jeff Lynne from Electric Light Orchestra and the Traveling Wilburys will be 78 years old today for Jeff Lynne. Celebrity birthdays on this Tuesday, the 30th day of the month of December.
On this day in country music.
All right, Lynn, Mr. Voice. It was on this day, country music history in the year 1931. Let's go to Dry Ridge, Kentucky, where Skeeter Davis was born. In Dry Ridge, Kentucky, Skeeter Davis, first woman to achieve major stardom in country music as a solo vocalist. She was an acknowledged influence on Tammy Wynette and Dolly Parton. She died in September of 2004, born on this date in Grant County, Kentucky in 1931. It was on this date, 1956, Aledo, Illinois is the place. Susie Boggess, the person. In the 1990s, 6 of her songs were top 10 hits, and it was on this date, 1991, Alan Jackson released the song Dallas, his 4th consecutive #1 single. And that's what's gone on this date, December 30th in country music history. Always like to spend a little more time when we have something that's gone on this date that's happened in Kentucky. Skeeter Davis, I mentioned in Grant County, Kentucky, where Dry Ridge was born on this date in 1931 in Dry Ridge. Skeeter Davis.
Why does the sun go shining?
This is her song, The End of the World.
Why does the sea rush to shore? Don't they know it's the end of the world? 'Cause you don't love me anymore.
There you go. Skeeter Davis would have been 94 years old today if she was still with us. She died back in 2004. And real quickly, it was on this day, 1956, in Aledo, Illinois, where Susie Boggess was born. She won Top New Female Vocalist from the ACM and the Horizon Award from the CMAs in the early 90s. Having a birthday today, and that's what's gone on this date, December 30th, in country music history. K&N News is coming your way now.
Well, I don't know if it's true.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
A Maryland man facing kidnapping charges for allegedly taking a 13-year-old girl from Rockcastle County will not fight extradition.
37-year-old Christian Delgado spoke during a hearing in court, telling the judge the whole thing is a misunderstanding and that he's a model citizen. He asked the judge to release him so he could turn himself in Kentucky. The judge denied the request. Then Delgado waived his right to an extradition hearing and will now be picked up by authorities in Kentucky. Several of his family members attended the court hearing. Delgado is accused of kidnapping 13-year-old Winter Wagner, who had been missing since mid-October. Local police say a tip from someone who had a strange feeling seeing the girl with Delgado led to her being found.
WTOP's Kyle Cooper reporting from Washington. Governor Andy Beshear Monday announcing Kentucky will receive nearly $213 million in federal funding to address health care needs in rural communities. The funds will be spread out over 5 years to offset recent cuts while supporting rural care. Governor Beshear called this task a priority, especially following the passage of devastating Medicaid cuts. Nearly 1 in 6 Kentucky women live in maternity care deserts. That's over 4 times the national average.
On the long ball, it's touched forward. Here's Goodrum with a chance, and Goodrum scores! Philip Goodrum brings Lynn Family Stadium to its feet.
A little football news for your Tuesday morning. A 6-figure trade deal sends Louisville City FC's top scorer to in-state rival Lexington SC. Star forward Philip Goodrum scored 17 goals in 38 regular season appearances for Lou City, including a team-leading 13 last year. In June, he became the 6th player in Lou City history to register a hat trick. The Goodrum trade to Lexington also adds conditional clauses, which could see it become the largest between 2 USL championship clubs in league history. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Maybe you haven't heard about us. We're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless has you paying for more data than you might need. Why? They might want you to cover the costs of younger people who do use all that data. If you're not using the data, you're probably being used. We've heard time and time again that some Big Wireless customers get stuck paying hundreds and even thousands more for years and years because they think it's hard to switch. Not with us. It takes just about 20 minutes and you can change your plan anytime without extra charges. We use the same towers as the big guys, so you'll get the same fast nationwide coverage without the Big Wireless bill.
Our plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
We never settle at Lexington Road Laser Wash. And just in time for the upcoming winter weather and that grimy road salt, we now offer our laser wash, dryer, and ceramic coating. And it's all touch-free. Treat your car the way it wants to be treated with a touch-free car wash at Lexington Road Laser Wash in Danville, Kentucky.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
The Wilkinson Farm mega site in Harrodsburg appears to be on its way to a new name. The Harrodsburg Herald's reporting that pending county approval, the industrial park there will be known as the Bluegrass Innovation Gateway, or BIG. That name shows they're open for business and want to show the world that they're open to compete for the best economic opportunity out there. The 958 contiguous acres was bought by the Industrial Authority at a price of nearly $20 million and includes frontage on US 127 and Kentucky 390, as well as 1.5 miles of main line with Norfolk Southern. The Mercer County Fire Protection Board says they'll hire a permanent chief next year. Longtime employee Chris Dean is currently serving as the interim, but they've been without a permanent chief since Glenn Phillips resigned last August. The Harrodsburg Herald reports that at their last meeting, the board immediately went into executive session to discuss hiring a new chief, but no action was taken. They said they'll begin interviews with each candidate at the beginning of the new year. A bicyclist in Lexington has been taken to the hospital after he was hit by a vehicle on Sunday. A bicyclist in Lexington was taken to the hospital after he was hit by a vehicle on Sunday. It happened near Newtown Pike on Georgetown Street around 6:30 in the evening. The bicyclist was in serious but stable condition, and it's not known if the driver will face any charges. And the annual Christmas for the Fishes continues. The Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife allows people to donate their live Christmas trees to their program, Christmas for the Fishes. Donated trees are then anchored to environmentally friendly weights and submerged at various depths in different lakes and reservoirs, allowing fish a refuge and feeding habitat for game fish, small fish, and invertebrates. The closest drop-off spot in our area is in Garrett County, where you can drop off your trees to the Garrett County Conservation District office on Precision Court. You can donate your live tree, free of its decorations and lights, now through January 15th. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Hi, this is Deanna Charles at the Danville H&R Block. We've got exciting news. We've moved to our new location at 101 Citation Drive. And even though the address has changed, the team you trust is still right here. You'll still be greeted by the same reliable tax experts. Teresa Pelfrey, Trina Sawyer, Deborah Sparrow, Ada Bryant, Sandy Ellis, Woody Bowles, and myself, Deanna Charles. New location, same experience, same commitment. Stop by 101 Citation Drive across from the Boyle County Schools or give us a call at 859-236-3281. H&R Block Danville. We've moved, but we haven't changed what matters.
Now available at Farmers National Bank, free checking and a free gift. Simply open a new Farmers National Bank personal or business checking account and receive a free gift. Minimum required deposit is only $50. We make the process fast and easy. Call 866-888-0220 or stop into one of our 12 convenient locations. Farmers National Bank, with locations in Danville, Bergen, Harrodsburg, Junction City, Lancaster, Perryville, Stanford, Liberty, and Middleburg. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by
Little Rayleigh Joe. Appreciate that. Brought to you by our friends over at the Little Sign Shop. From Little Rayleigh Joe to the Little Sign Shop. They offer all types of quality signs at affordable prices, many within 24 hours. They're in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Call them 859-238-7391. for the little sign shop. Chance flurries today. Mostly cloudy this morning. It'll clear by the afternoon. So you get cloudy, you get flurries, you get sunshine. A high today 32, a low tonight of 25. Partly sunny tomorrow, 40 and 28. New Year's Day, partly sunny and 40 is the high. At 6:37 in the morning, 22 degrees, wind chill, feels like 10 right here in Danville. 859-238-WHIR is your phone number to call in. 238-9447. Larry Vaught with Vaught's Views. What's going on with you, Larry?
Vaught's Views on University of Kentucky Sports is on the air. Featuring 7-time Kentucky Sports Writer of the Year, Larry Vaught.
During my 51 years covering University of Kentucky sports, I've been able to be around a lot of special teams. I got to be there when Kentucky basketball won national championships in 1978, 1996, 1998, and 2012, and went 38-0 to start the 2014-15 season. I got to cover Kentucky's 2020 National Volleyball Championship during the COVID pandemic. I really don't remember a team that I've enjoyed watching more than this year's Kentucky volleyball team. It was the way it won with such joy. I don't remember a team that got along better. Players willingly accepted roles of whatever playing time Coach Skinner gave them to help the team win. All-American hitters Brooklyn DeLay and Eva Hudson were dynamic personalities, but there was also a special charisma with defensive specialists Molly Tuzzo, Maddie Bredzowitz, and Trinity Ward that was just special to watch.
Vaught's Views will return in a moment.
The 2026 Kentucky Commodity Conference will be held Thursday, January 15th at the Sloan Convention Center in Bowling Green. Dive into a day packed with expert agronomy and marketing insights. The keynote speaker is USDA Deputy Secretary Stephen Vaden, with special remarks by Kentucky Agriculture Commissioner Jonathan Schell. Participation is free, but pre-registration is required. Learn more and get your team registered by visiting kycommodityconference.org. That's kycommodityconference.org.
I thought in August Coach Craig Skinner's team could win a national championship. My belief never wavered going into the national title game when they were stunned by Texas A&M. It did not surprise me that the UK players handled the loss with class and not let a loss in the national championship game be what defined the season with 30 wins in SEC regular season and tournament titles. Hopefully BVN appreciates these players because in my mind they still had a championship season.
Find more from Larry at yoursportsedge.com.
There you go, Larry Vaught, Vaught's Views, Mondays through Fridays right here on The Joe Show at this time on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. 859-238-WHIR to call in here. We'd love to have you on the show. New Year's Day is coming up January 1st. Do you have someone to kiss when that ball drops? That's the tradition, right? Got to have somebody to kiss, the person you love, to ring in 2026 on Thursday. Or maybe you don't have someone and you don't want someone. You know, they have a product to keep people away from you. It's the anti-kiss lip balm.
Hey girls, afraid some strange guy's gonna slip you the tongue at midnight New Year's? Just get new Tongue Tripper Lip Balm, the new anti-tongue balm that'll make him say,
"Ugh, your lips taste like a monkey's butt."
What they don't know is Tongue Tripper Lip Balm is made up of a secret formula of sewer runoff stuff from a monkey's butt and retsin to leave you satisfied and to leave him saying,
"Oh, that, oh, bat, yeah, nah."
Before they slip you the tongue, slip on some Tongue Tripper Anti-Tongue Kiss Lip Balm. It's the original kiss-off.
There you go. Let's see what's going on in this morning's world of good. Are you tired of the gloom and doom that saturates your daily news? Well, of course you are, and I am right there with you. These stories right here remind us of the silver lining in the cloud over all of our heads. It's my way of sharing the good news with you, and hopefully you'll go do the same for somebody else. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up on the piano in our good news segment for Mr. Floyd Kramer. There you go. A little good news action for you coming from story number 1 in Tennessee. In Tennessee, where a Tennessee Highway Patrol trooper helped save a woman's life in crisis on a bridge over the Holston River the day after Christmas. Body camera video of the incident shows officers and emergency crews calmly talking with her before a trooper moved into the right moment and pulled her to safety. Authorities said teamwork was critical to the rescue and noted that the holiday season can be especially challenging for many people. Story number 2 coming from Volusia County, Florida, where deputies there in Florida rescued a missing 6-year-old boy with autism on Christmas Day after an extensive search. The child, who is nonverbal and is drawn to water, was found chest deep in a pond, cold but unharmed, after officers were guided to his location from the air. This was the second time the department had rescued that same child in recent years, and officials stressed the importance of layered safety measures for children with special needs. And story number 3 coming from New York City, where an off-duty NYPD officer saved his neighbor's 1-year-old baby after the child started choking and stopped breathing just before Christmas. The officer quickly performed emergency care, clearing mucus that was blocking the baby's airways until she began breathing again before paramedics arrived. He credited his recent police training for helping him respond without hesitation and said he was grateful to be home with the emergency when that emergency happened. His name was Freddie Serpa. Story number 1, an off-duty NYPD officer saved the life of a neighbor's choking baby. An autistic boy rescued from a Florida pond on Christmas Day. And a highway cop stops a woman from jumping off a Tennessee bridge just days after Christmas. That's what's going on in this morning's World of Absolute Good, folks. Floyd Kramer, take us home, buddy. It's all yours. Silliness at Sunrise is coming up next on The Joe Show.
Big news, Danville. Your local H&R Block franchise has moved, and we're celebrating in style. Join us for our grand reopening on Saturday, January 3rd from 12 to 3 p.m. at 101 Citation Drive, right across from the Boyle County Schools. Enjoy free food provided by WRNZ, and get ready because we're giving away over $1,000 in gift cards. Mark your calendar and come see your trusted tax experts in our brand new location. Don't miss the fun, the prizes, and the savings. That's H&R Block at 101 Citation Drive in Danville, where we're always ready to help.
When that time comes and you need an electrician, plumber, someone to fix your heating and air, or garage door care, Kentucky Service Company is your professionals for serving real needs and fixing real problems. Expect clear communication, fair pricing, and craftsmanship you can trust. The KSE family brand includes Fire Stretcher, Heating and Air, Hearst, Electric and Plumbing, and newly added Easy Open Garage Doors. These companies are built on heritage, serving with pride. They are your home's best friend. Kentucky Service Companies.
Hear a hell of a commotion and look up and there's a big white billy goat coming 100 miles an hour straight for us.
I'm Mark Caro and this is PRN's Garage Pass.
Need a break? A break from the grind? The stress? We have just the place. A place where you can let your inner thrill Billy out. Bristol Motor Speedway, April 10th through the 12th for the NASCAR Food City 500 Triple Header Weekend. 3 days, 3 races. Don't just take a break, race to it. Get your tickets, upgrades, and more now at bristolmotorspeedway.com. It's not just a race.
It's Bristol, baby! Whether your engine runs daily or only when you need it, Z-Max Micro Lubricant is the force you need against carbon buildup that can damage your engine. You don't want that. You want Z-Max Micro Lubricant. It soaks into metal and keeps your vehicle running at peak performance. Find out more at zmax.com or or visit us on Facebook and Twitter. Protect your engine to the max with Z-Max.
As I wrap up a 40-year career with 3 programs to go, today I present one of the funniest true stories I've ever heard from a guy who was an owner, driver, engineer, and crew chief who should be in the Hall of Fame but isn't because he was a perpetual burr in the saddle of NASCAR founder Big Bill France. Here's the late Smokey Eunuch.
When I met Ralph Moody, he was working on a car in '54 in Charlotte and run out of parts. And I said, Ralph, where is there a junkyard around here? And he said, hey, I don't know about it, but I saw a huge junkyard when I came to town here. So we went over there and found the guy that owned the junkyard and told him I was looking for it. And he said, yeah, we got some. It turned out to be just as far across that junkyard as you could go. So as we was walking over there, we had a handful of tools. I knew what we needed. We came to a great big hole in the ground. And I said, what in the hell is that? And Ralph said, damn if I know. You couldn't even see the bottom of the thing. So there was an old cylinder head there, and I threw it down. And we listened to hear it hit because you couldn't tell how deep it was. Couldn't hear it. So there was a big old transmission standing there. I got one end, he got the other. We drug it over and shoved it in the hole. And we're listening for the thing to hit. And I'll hear a hell of a commotion. And I look up and there's a big white billy goat coming 100 miles an hour straight forward. And I pushed Ralph aside and the goat went right past us down in the goddamn hole. We got the parts and we left, and as we was coming out, the junkyard owner come over and said, hey, I lost my pet billy goat. Did you see a big goat anywhere? And Ralph said, yeah, he just went down in that big hole about 10 minutes ago. And the guy said, nah, that couldn't have been my goat. I had him tied to a big transmission.
PRN's Garage Pass. Not narrow-minded, garrow-minded.
Everyone at Carnes Auto Care Tire and Service Center send best wishes for a joyous holiday season and a prosperous new year. Carnes Auto Care thanks you for your business. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Carnes Auto Care Tire and Service Center, Danville.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, Little Riley Joe, thanks for that. Brought to you by our friends over at Morning Point in Danville, offering a state-of-the-art assisted living community. They give residents a better quality of life. Get info on Facebook, Morning Point, and E on the end of the word point, Morning Point of Danville. Chance of flurries today, mostly cloudy, and a high today of 32, a low tonight of 25. Tomorrow, partly sunny, a high of 40. On New Year's Day, partly sunny and 40. On Friday, mostly cloudy and 50. Right now, it's 6:50 in the morning. I've got a crick in my shoulder and neck, but it's not one of those where it's hurting me real bad right now, but it's one of those where, like, I can tell it's there. And I'm trying to stretch it out, and it's in my left shoulder and neck. And if I just stretch a certain way, maybe I can get it a little bit. But I'm afraid, since it's not all the way there yet, that if I turn my neck or head the wrong way today, that I'm going to crumple down like a wet piece of paper in pain. So I'm trying to keep it stretched out in studio. So if you hear my voice fade away from the mic, it means I'm probably moving my torso and stretching my shoulder or something. I can tell. I'm one bad twitch in my neck away from going down in pain. All right, 100% hilarious. So bad they're good. Warning, these may make you cringe. It's time for everyone's sixth favorite segment on the Joe Show. Every single morning, we call this the Dad Joke of the Day. Let's get it done.
Dad Joke of the Day.
All right, Dad Joke of the Day. I was talking to a friend the other day who he was flying for the Christmas holiday. He's back now. Anyway, he said he got on the plane. He asked the passenger next to him if he would switch seats with him since he was flying with his family. So this guy said, I asked the passenger next to me if they'd switch seats since I was flying with my family. And I said, what did they say? He said, well, they declined. So I had to sit with my family. Please, I'm begging you, switch me seats. I don't want to sit next to them. They're crazy. Dad Joke of the Day, Mondays through Fridays, right here in the Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports.
Welcome to the planet of the apps.
This is so... I've been working with this on the show today, and I want you to try this if you don't mind. Planet of the Apps has an app that will make you and your smartphone smarter. It's called Tap Dictionary, and this is the way it works. It's a live online dictionary that works inside the Safari browser on your phone. And if you browse any web page with Safari, you run across a word. Let's say you don't know the meaning of that word. You tap it. Let's say I'm reading and I see the word irascible. I say, what does irascible mean? You tap it, and then you see the balloon that says, prone to anger. Like when the boss walked in here that time and said,
I can't wait to fire you.
He's irascible. Planet of the Apps, get it. It's called Tap Dictionary. You got it, Tap Dictionary. We love it in this molten magma with Rick Dees, known as the Planet of the Apps.
Yeah, Rick Dees, the Planet of the Apps, Mondays through Fridays right here on The Joe Show at this time. Leads us into this morning's Country Comic Spotlight, where Tim Hawkins is in the spotlight this morning. Tim Hawkins talking about bad candy. Bad candy is his subject matter today. Here he
Candy gets better, kids. Candy gets wonderful. I love candy. It's so good, but there's some bad candy out there. Remember going trick-or-treating? Remember getting the bad candy? You ever get a popcorn ball? Remember those? You're like, why would anyone make this and give it to a kid? What is that? That's the popcorn ball. I made it myself. You need to eat it yourself. That's what you need. That's sick. That is sick. You ever get those wax lips? Remember wax lips? You didn't know what it was. You ate it anyway, huh? What are you eating? I have no idea what I'm eating right now. What's it taste like? It has no flavor whatsoever. It's just getting bigger as I chew it. You remember those wax bottles? Those wax bottles with that liquid? What was that? Power steering fluid? What was that we were drinking?
These are fantastic. I can feel it burning my esophagus all the way down. It's amazing.
Remember the brown taffy and the orange wrapper? Wasn't that the word? Tasted like peanut butter and hair. You remember that? I love what they call candy now. You know, you ever see those little mini Snickers? What do they call them? Fun size. That ain't fun. Fun size is a whole bag of Snickers just jammed together. A big Snickers loaf. That's what I want for Halloween. A Snickaloaf. That's what I want in my bag. I don't want no popcorn ball. Snickaloaf. Weekends were made for Snickaloaf. You know what I'm talking about?
There you go, Tim Hawkins on bad candy in the Country Comic Spotlight. Rick Dees in this morning's Planet of the Apps and the dad joke of the day, Mondays through Fridays right here on The Joe Show at this time. There is no late night shows last night, so we have no jokes from our late night comedians. They, I guess, are taking the 2 weeks off for the holidays. I'm sure they'll be back on Monday. 859-238-WHIR, phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. Hey, what does Cookie Monster actually eat? Anyone who's ever seen Cookie Monster or seen Sesame Street, ask this question maybe. What does Cookie Monster eat? The answer is immediate. Cookies, of course, right? Except what if that's not true? What if Cookie Monster doesn't actually eat cookies? We'll talk about it coming up after this quick commercial break. Cookie Monster, what's he eating? We'll talk about it right after this.
Sunny day, sweeping out clouds away. On my way.
So creamy it melts in your mouth. Mom Blakeman's candy. Delicious flavors of family tradition. Old-fashioned candy since 61. Light, rich, creamy, made by hand. A southern treat, a Kentucky brand. Mom Blakeman's Candy.com. So creamy it melts in your mouth. Mom Blakeman's Candy.
Going out of town or anywhere in the world? Stay in touch with WHIR on the internet at hometownlive.net. Powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
Now, what starts with the letter C? Cookie starts with C. Let's think of other things that starts with C.
Oh, there you go. Come on, Cookie Monster, do your thing.
C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. C is
Anyone
for
who's ever seen Sesame Street knows Cookie Monster's eating cookies. Except That's not exactly true. Putting aside the fact that we know he's a Muppet and he's not actually eating anything, still, we were brought up to believe that Cookie Monster was devouring cookies by the shovelful, not by the handful. I mean, he's throwing them down his gullet. There's crumbs going everywhere. This guy is going absolutely ham on some cookies. Turns out all that's a lie. According to David Borgenicht from Sesame Street Unpaved, what Cookie Monster is actually destroying are not cookies, they're rice cakes. That's what he's actually eating on the TV show. Now, in order to preserve Cookie's fur from becoming a greasy mess because of all the oils and chocolate in a gooey chocolate chip cookie, the Sesame Street staff feeds Cookie Monster monster-painted rice cookies. So they're actually basically rice cakes that are painted with like food dyes and things like that to make them look like chocolate chip cookies. So over the course of all these decades and decades and decades, Cookie Monster has not been eating cookies at all. He's been eating rice cakes painted like chocolate chip cookies. Probably a little better for Cookie Monster's health. Speaking of health, here's NBC's health report.
There's a lung cancer warning for ultra-processed foods. Those foods make up about half of the American diet and include ice cream, salted snacks, breakfast cereals, instant noodles, pizza, shop or restaurant-bought soups, sauces, hamburgers, and hot dogs, as well as sweetened fruit drinks. The World Cancer Research Fund says UPFs, as they're called, have now been linked to lung cancer. A new study shows teens who use marijuana are more likely to engage in bad behavior and habits. Here's Rob Martier.
Researchers report in the journal Pediatrics that they talked to more than 160,000 8th through 12th graders. They found that those who said they use weed monthly were more than twice as likely to skip classes and have bad grades compared to those who don't use it at all. They are also twice as likely to get into fights. About 20% of those surveyed said they use marijuana, and about 6% of high school seniors say they use it daily.
Health Update. I'm Sarah Lee Kessler.
FIFA World Cup 2026 is coming soon, but your opportunity to be there starts now through an exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card. For a limited time, become a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card holder, and you will be eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America N.A. in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. Warrants reserved.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-990-1551. That's 800-990-1551.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 7 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. President Trump says the U.S. will go after Iran if that country tries to build up a missile stockpile and reestablish its nuclear program.
Now I hear that Iran is trying to build up again, and if they are, we're going to have to knock them down. We'll knock them down, we'll knock the hell out of them, but hopefully that's not happening.
Speaking Monday alongside Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at his Mar-a-Lago retreat in Florida, Trump said it would be much smarter if Iran decides to negotiate. Trump also said he would support Israeli military strikes on Iran. A winter storm system is marching eastward after bringing rain, snow, and wind across the northern plains and Great Lakes region on Monday. The storm could affect large swaths of the U.S. from Detroit and New York City to Philadelphia. Some places could see 6 to 10 inches of snow. Charlie Kirk's accused killer was back in court on Monday. Tyler Robinson took part in a virtual hearing in Provo, Utah, where the judge did not make a definitive ruling on media access to future hearings.
The press need not be a party to a criminal action to pursue the public's presumptive right to access public court records.
The judge did agree to release a redacted version of a previous closed hearing. The media's attorney said not allowing the public to hear and see the proceedings will create distrust. FIFA President Gianni Infantino is defending the high cost of next year's World Cup tickets, arguing demand far outstrips supply. He noted Monday there are 6 to 7 million tickets for sale and that 150 million requests were made in just the first 15 days. Heading into the new year, gas prices remain under $3 a gallon on average. AAA says the current national average per gallon is $2.83. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Who did you let down today? Your wife? Your kids? Well, how about yourself? Take a look in the mirror. If you're tired of your drug and alcohol problem, you need to fix the problem, and right now, before you hurt or kill yourself, or worse yet, somebody else. Call the addiction specialist now at the Reset Addiction Treatment Helpline. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll find you the right treatment regardless of your financial situation. When you call right now, you'll speak to a recovering addict who understands what you're going through right now. Let us help you break your addiction to drug and alcohol before it's too late. This call is completely confidential and free. So take 5 minutes of your time and call us right now. We're here answering the phone. I promise it'll change your life.
Call 800-853-0975. That's 800-853-0975. 800-853-0975. Again, 800-853-0975.
Former heavyweight boxing champion Anthony Joshua is recovering from his injuries following a car crash in Nigeria that killed teammates and close friends. Morgan Chesky with more.
Authorities say the collision happened around 11 a.m. local time when the Lexus lost control during an overtaking maneuver and crashed into a stationary truck. Adding, it appears the vehicle was traveling over the speed limit.
Local authorities say Joshua, who is believed to have been riding in the back seat, was taken to a hospital for treatment of minor injuries. His strength coach and his personal trainer did not survive the crash. The British boxer, whose parents are from Nigeria, was in the spotlight earlier this month when he took on YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul. The match in Miami ended with a punch that broke Paul's jaw. Yesterday, Paul posted that he was praying for Joshua, saying life is much more important than boxing. A look back at the top sports stories of this year. Here's Frank Garrity.
The Eagles ended the Chiefs shot at a three-peat, and Jalen Hurts was the MVP.
Then we had a focus group out there. Offense was able to score points, to take advantage of opportunities. Defense played their off. They played how they played all year.
The Thunder took down the Pacers in 7 for their first championship since splitting Seattle in 79. The Panthers went back-to-back as Stanley Cup champs, beating the Oilers in 6. And the Panthers weren't the only ones to double up. The Dodgers did too, taking down Toronto in 7 games. Yoshinobu Yamamoto snagged the MVP. Ohio State survived through a 4-game playoff bracket to take home the college football national championship, defeating Notre Dame. Florida edged Houston to win their 3rd overall college basketball national title. Among the sports icons who passed away, Paul Tagliabue, Bob Trumpy, George Atkinson, Kenny Easley, Lenny Wilkins, Rodney Rogers, Sandy Alomar Sr., Randy Jones, Davey Johnson, and Ryan Sandberg.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Hello, I'm Adam Hopkins, Security Officer at Farmers National Bank. Scammers send text messages to trick you into providing information like your debit card or passwords. This is called smishing. Don't click text messages, links, or call phone numbers you don't know. When in doubt, delete.
Good morning to you. It is Tuesday. It's the 30th day of the month of December, 123025 on your calendar. It's a cloudy, snowy morning potentially as well. Nothing sticking like that, just a chance of some flurries. And then clearing this afternoon. Forecast is coming your way. News comes up here right now, brought to you by Stuart Powell Ford Mazda.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore with Stuart Powell Ford. I'm proud to announce Ford's end of the year sales event, where you pay 0 money down, 0% interest, and 0 payments for 90 days on almost all new Fords in stock, including the tough Super Duty truck. Lease payments starting at $399 a month with 0 money down. Come see us at 225 South Danville Bypass, Stuart Powell Ford, where we make it easy.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
The Wilkinson Farm mega site in Harrodsburg appears to be on its way to a new name. The Harrodsburg Herald's reporting that pending county approval, the industrial park there will be known as the Bluegrass Innovation Gateway, or BIG. That name shows they're open for business and want to show the world that they're open to compete for the best economic opportunity out there. The 958 contiguous acres was bought by the Industrial Authority at a price of nearly $20 million and includes frontage on US 127 and Kentucky 390, as well as 1.5 miles of main line with Norfolk Southern. The Mercer County Fire Protection Board says they'll hire a permanent chief next year. Longtime employee Chris Dean is currently serving as the interim, but they've been without a permanent chief since Glenn Phillips resigned last August. The Harrodsburg Herald reports that at their last meeting, the board immediately went into executive session to discuss hiring a new chief, but no action was taken. They said they'll begin interviews with each candidate at the beginning of the new year. A bicyclist in Lexington has been taken to the hospital after he was hit by a vehicle on Sunday. A bicyclist in Lexington was taken to the hospital after he was hit by a vehicle on Sunday. It happened near Newtown Pike on Georgetown Street around 6:30 in the evening. The bicyclist was in serious but stable condition, and it's not known if the driver will face any charges. And the annual Christmas for the Fishes continues. The Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife allows people to donate their live Christmas trees to their program, Christmas for the Fishes. Donated trees are then anchored to environmentally friendly weights and submerged at various depths in different lakes and reservoirs, allowing fish a refuge and feeding habitat for game fish, small fish, and invertebrates. The closest drop-off spot in our area is in Garrett County, where you can drop off your trees to the Garrett County Conservation District office on Precision Court. You can donate your live tree, free of its decorations and lights, now through January 15th. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This morning's local news was a service of Stuart Powell Ford Mazda on the bypass in Danville and online at stuartpowell.com.
Time out for sports this weekend with
VSiN Sports Shows
on WHIR AM 1230.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Maybe you haven't heard about us. We're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless has you paying for more data than you might need. Why? They might want you to cover the costs of younger people who do use all that data. If you're not using the data, you're probably being used. We've heard time and time again that some Big Wireless customers get stuck paying hundreds and even thousands more for years and years because they think it's hard to switch. Not with us. It takes just about 20 minutes and you can change your plan anytime without extra charges. We use the same towers as the big guys, so you'll get the same fast nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill.
Our plans start at just $20 a month, and for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by
Coming your way courtesy of the Ready Care Clinic right here in Danville on Lexington Avenue. They're accepting new patients for primary care. Their primary care services combine the convenience of urgent care, routine checkups, preventative screenings, vaccinations, and chronic condition management to support your long-term health and wellness at the Ready Care Clinic. Cloudy skies, then gradually clearing. A high today of 32, a low tonight of 25. Tomorrow, partly sunny and 40's the high, 28's the low. New Year's Day, partly sunny. On Thursday, 40 is the high, and on Friday, mostly cloudy, and 50 is the high. Right now, it's 7:10 in the morning and 22 degrees right here in Danville. 859-238-WHIR, the phone number to call in this morning. That's 238-9447, and we'd love to have you right here on the show. Now, trying to get in touch with Danville coach Tristan Ford. Gave him a call, he didn't answer. Obviously, they're not in school, right? I mean, like, they've been out since last week, this week, and they'll go back on Monday. So when you get out of the routine of things, I'm sure Coach Ford, if he sees his message, will give me a call back. But Danville did play last night, and they played Franklin County, beat Franklin County 62-60 last night. Danville's now 3-1 in the last 4 games. They on a 2-game win streak, and they'll play DCA on Friday of this week. That's a game that we'll have on Z105, WRNZ FM, that girl-boy doubleheader, DCA and Danville. Girls will tip off at 6, the boys at 7:30. And again, that'll be at Danville on Friday. Today is Tuesday, the 30th day of December. It's National Bacon Day today. National Bacon Day. I said this to begin the show. I'll say it again. Bacon is good, but it's not even the best breakfast meat. Sausage is and always will be the king of breakfast meats. Bacon has, over the last, we'll say 20, 25 years, there's been this weird obsession that started on the internet with bacon to try to build bacon up as like the greatest food ever. Bacon is good. I said bacon is good. Bacon is the Josh Allen of breakfast foods. Josh Allen is a good quarterback. He does okay. Josh Allen is not the greatest quarterback. I think there's a contingent of football fans who want to make Josh Allen out to be the greatest thing ever. Josh Allen, the quarterback for the Bills, is not the greatest thing ever. Bacon is not the greatest food ever. But bacon's okay. Bacon does its thing. It's one of the oldest processed meats that we have on Earth. Bacon dates back to 1500 BC. It was processed as the Chinese were the first to cook salted pork bellies over 3,000 years ago. So bacon's been around for a long time. Back in Roman times, bacon was called patasso. Now, patasso was a little bit different than what we have today. It consisted of boiled salted pig shoulders with figs that was then browned and seasoned with pepper sauce. Bacon comes from the Germanic root back, which referred to the back of the pig that was used for the meat. It was spelled B-A-K in German. Old High German bacco later became the French word for bacco, which the English then adopted to name their pork dish as bacon. And now it's bacon, obviously. Fast forward to the 1600s, and bacon, some of you will be eating this right now, became a staple for European peasants as it was relatively easy to produce, and it was a cheap meat source. From the 1600s to the 1770s, where the first bacon factory opened in 1770, bacon was originally made by local farmers and butchers for their local community specifically. But in the 18th century, there was a man by the name of John Harris that opened a bacon processing plant. Mr. Harris developed a special brining solution called the Wiltshire Cure, which is still used today. So back in the 1770s, this guy developed this type of brining. This is the same way bacon is still cured today. Until the First World War, bacon fat was the cooking fat of choice in most American households. When prepackaged pig lard became commonly available, 70% of all bacon in the U.S. is eaten at breakfast time. And then bacon in World War II was also used to make explosives. Households in World War II were encouraged to donate their leftover bacon grease to the war effort. Rendered fats called glycerin, which in turn created bombs, gunpowder, and other munitions for World War II. A promotional film even starred Minnie Mouse and Pluto that basically chided housewives for throwing out their bacon grease. More than 2 billion pounds of bacon grease every single year. That's enough glycerin, they said, for 10 billion rapid-fire cannon shells. Don't throw out your bacon grease. We need it for the war effort, said Minnie and Pluto. Bacon today, National Bacon Day, the second best breakfast meat of all time. 859-238-WHIR is your phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. This is an interesting conversation that we're going to have at some point during the show. Way back in 1998, a Gallup poll had Americans make their best predictions about what life would be like in 2025. Some predictions were pretty good, some were a miss. So we'll talk about that. How many predictions about 2025 that Americans got right on a Gallup poll that was done back in 1998? That'll be a topic of conversation we have coming up here in a bit. But first, we're talking Danville boys basketball with head coach Tristan Ford. Well, Coach, If you can hear me, Coach, it's doing the weird ringing thing again. I don't know why it does that randomly. It did it a couple of days. Yesterday, the phone lines were fine, and then, like, Friday, they weren't. And now, randomly, they're not fine again. I don't get why. I haven't touched a thing in studio. Why it would work at some point and then not work at some point. And so we'll see if Coach Ford calls back in again. I'd like to talk to him. Again, the Admirals are 3-1 in their last 4 games. That doesn't make any sense to me. Let me see if I can send him a text message real quickly. I'll hit this commercial break, come back, and maybe I can give him a call. Maybe that's what I need to do. I need to call him myself. 7:17 in the morning. We're back after this here on The Joe Show on WHIR.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Thinking about remodeling your home in 2026? Big Deals Online Store can help you save on your renovation dreams. We've got gift certificates to Lux 218, Danville's source for luxury kitchen, bath, and lighting, all for less. Choose from tubs, sinks, lighting, and vanities for every style. Need help? Lux 218 offers expert design consultation. And if you're not a DIYer, their team of professional installers can bring your vision to life. Don't let price hold you back. Get true luxury for less at Lux 218 on Lebanon Road in Danville. Save even more with big deals. $100 certificates for just $69. Or buy 5 or more and pay only $50 each. That's half price. For all the details, visit the Big Deal store at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net. Remodeling just got easier and so much more affordable.
This is Boyle County Judge Executive Trilly Bottom. The holidays bring joy, celebration, and connection, but for many, they also bring stress, loneliness, and moments that feel overwhelming. You don't have to face it alone. If you or someone you love is struggling with a mental health crisis, the Boyle County Crisis Response Team is here, ready to respond with compassion, care, and hope. This holiday, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and know that help is always just a phone call away. For mental health emergencies, dial 911. Your mental health matters. Happy holidays from your Boyle County EMS.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, little Riley Joe, appreciate that. Brought to you by our friends hanging out over at the Ready Care Clinic in Danville on Lexington Avenue. They're accepting new patients for primary care. Their primary care services combine the convenience of urgent care, routine checkups, preventative screenings, vaccinations, and chronic condition management to support your long-term health and wellness at the Ready Care Clinic. Chance of flurries, mostly cloudy today, a high of 32, a low of 25. Wind chill at 9 degrees. Tomorrow, partly sunny and 40. New Year's Day, partly sunny and 40. Right now, it's 7:20 in the morning, 22 degrees. I'm going to see if we got Coach Ford on hold right now. I'm almost like wincing when I turn up the volume because I don't know what it's going to sound like, and there's nothing that I can't like troubleshoot it because I don't know what it sounds like until I turn it on the air. So we're going to see how this sounds, and hopefully we don't have this loud ringing in the background. No, we do. I can hear it. I can hear it right now. So, Coach, I'm sorry. We'll see if we can talk later on at some point this week. Okay, maybe Friday morning. Does that sound good? All right, Coach. Sorry about that. All right, there you go. I don't know what to do about it. It's just an incessant ringing, and it's distorting the voice too. So, like, I could faintly hear Coach trying to talk over the ringing, and he doesn't hear it. It's not on his side. It's on my side. And the next call that comes in could be perfectly clear. Mr. Packett called in yesterday at 9:40 in the morning, and it was perfectly clear. And I haven't hit anything. I don't know. It's just the way things go sometimes. 859-238-WHIR is the phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. I did talk about what Americans predicted back in 1998 and whether or not those things came true in 2025. So let's talk about that. With just 2 days left in this year, a decades-old poll is revealing some interesting things people thought would be happening in this country by now. Way back in 1998, Gallup and USA Today polled 1,055 Americans about their best predictions for a year off in the future. That year off was 2025. Now, you have to remember what life was like in the U.S. 27 years ago. So let's just run you through some things, because I think it's easy to forget. 98, okay, what was going on? Bill Clinton was facing impeachment proceedings. The Titanic was sweeping at the Oscars. And most homes still used landline phones. So things were pretty different back then. But it turns out people were surprisingly spot on with some of their predictions for 2025. So here we go. This is what Americans predicted. We'll give you the percentage of the number of people that predicted these things to happen. 69% of people, so more than 2/3 of Americans, predicted that the U.S. would have elected a black president by now. They were spot on. Barack Obama got it done, 69%. That same number, 69%, believed that space travel would be common for ordinary Americans. Now, I don't know if we can say it's common for ordinary Americans. You still got to have a lot of money, or you got to be Katy Perry. But for the most part, that prediction's not far off. Non-astronauts are going to space now just for the sake of going to space. So I'm going to give them credit for getting that one right. Common, ordinary Americans aren't shooting themselves up to Mercury. But Katy Perry is. And she's just a singer. She's a celebrity. She's not an astronaut. So I'm going to give them credit for that. All right, 75%, most thought that gay marriage would be legal and common. 75% thought that, got that right. 3/4 believed a new deadly disease would emerge. I think COVID-19 fit that bill, so they're 4 for 4 on that prediction. Many also predicted things like marijuana, drug use would be commonplace, 64%. Kind of right there. And that AIDS would be cured. Not correct there. 60%, though, believe by 2025 that AIDS would be cured. And more than half also thought most people would be doing their jobs from home and that shopping on the internet would replace most stores. And they got those right, too. So their predictions pretty spot on. Some of the stuff. Then they had some predictions that didn't hold up so well. About 2/3, 66% of this poll, thought that the U.S. would have a female president by now, which President Trump stopped that hope, at least his first go-around, when Hillary Clinton was defeated. 59% thought that we'd have a cure for cancer by now. And 61% predicted that people would routinely live to be 100 years old. Back in 1998, they said that in 2025, routinely living to be 100 years old. The poll also asked what people thought about the direction the country was taking. While 70% thought quality of life would improve for the rich, people were split on how things would go for the middle class. Most thought life would get worse for the poor. About 80% thought people would have less personal privacy in 2025. Well, that's true. And 57% thought we'd have less personal freedom. In 1998, 60% of Americans said they were satisfied with how things were going in the U.S. Today, 27 years later, only 24% can say the same. So again, some predictions they got right, some predictions they didn't get right. This according to a Gallup and USA Today poll, which polled nearly 1,100 Americans back in 1998 to think, what would life be like 27 years later in 2025? And we can say some of them right, Some of them not so right. It's 7:26 in the morning. We are heading towards this commercial break and bottom hour news. And I'm trying to send good vibes to the phone system here. We want this thing to work. Mike Marcy's calling in at 8:10 with the Boyle County Public Library. And it could work fine when Mike calls. There's no rhyme or reason and no telling if it will or not. We'll find out coming up at 8:10, but a lot to accomplish before then.
Hey, this is Jack Mathis. I love sports, and this is Sport with the Big Daddy, Steve Bochum. Brought to you by Stuart Powell Mazda.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore with Stuart Powell Ford. I'm proud to announce Ford's end of the year sales event where you pay zero money down, 0% interest, and zero payments for 90 days on almost all new Fords in stock, including the tough Super Duty truck. Lease payments starting at $399 a month with zero money down. Come see us at 225 South Danville Bypass, Stuart Powell Ford, where we make it easy.
The Falcons beat the Rams on Monday Night Football. Nikola Jokic injured, and the father of a NASCAR star dies in a house fire. Those are the headlines on this Tuesday morning. I'm Joe Mathis guiding you through these Tuesday morning sports. Starting off in the National Football League, where a Los Angeles Rams team that spent most of the season competing for the best record in the National Football League now is third in its own division, saddled with a 2-game losing streak and bound to open the playoffs now on the road. Quote, "This is a humbling league, and we got humbled tonight," Rams coach Sean McVay said. Bijan Robinson rushed for 195 yards, including a 93-yard touchdown, and Zane Gonzalez kicked a 51-yard field goal with 21 seconds left as the Falcons recovered after blowing two 21-point leads. Bijan Robinson's 93-yard touchdown run was the longest in Atlanta history, and Jesse Bates III scored in a 34-yard pick six. Bolstered by those big plays, the Falcons led 21-0 in the half and 24-3 early in the second half. Matthew Stafford recovered from throwing 3 interceptions to help the Rams pull even at 24 as he threw an 11-yard touchdown pass to Puka Nacua with 2:46 left. The Falcons, though, extended their winning streak to 3 games as Robinson also set the team record for most scrimmage yards in a season. The Rams began the week leading the NFL in scoring and yards and were shut out in the first half. After trailing 21-0 at halftime, the Rams were kept out of the end zone until Stafford's 27-yard touchdown pass to Terrence Ferguson late in the third quarter. But again, with the score tied 24, the Falcons drove back down the field and kicked a game-winning field goal from 51 yards out to beat the Rams 27-24. It's the Falcons' third win in a row. In the NBA, the Nuggets suddenly are holding their breath and hoping for the best. Star center and 3-time MVP Nikola Jokic suffered a left knee injury Monday in a game against the Heat after awkwardly hyperextending it. Jokic trudged off the court with an extreme limp and did not return in the second half. Initially, the Nuggets had said Jokic was questionable to return to the game, though he was not on the floor at the start of the second half. The injury came late in the second quarter with just 6 seconds left to play in the period when Jokic was defending the paint. As he was shuffling his feet, Nuggets forward Spencer Jones was pushed backward, and Jones stepped on Jokic's left foot as Jokic was planting that foot, causing his left knee to buckle and hyperextend backwards. Meanwhile, in the game, the Heat won 147-123. In the NASCAR news, Dennis Hamlin, the father of NASCAR driver Denny Hamlin, died from injury.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
The father of the slain Kentucky State University student is now in jail in Marion County, Indiana. DeJohn Fox was due in Vanderbilt County Court Friday, but never appeared. Fox, along with Chardin Cleveland, are accused of making threats towards Jacob Bard, the alleged shooter who wasn't charged by a grand jury. Fox is also awaiting the trial for driving while intoxicated during a deadly crash. His bond is now revoked in that case. An 18-year-old accused of speeding and crashing into a vehicle carrying several other teenagers in October October, pled not guilty on Monday. Asa Howard, who was indicted earlier in December for murder, assault, and wanton endangerment, appeared in front of Circuit Judge John Alexander for the first time. The crash happened at the Veterans Outer Loop and North Jackson Highway intersection. It killed 3 teenagers and injured more. Howard's bond was set to $750,000 cash. He's due back in court April 13th. A 45-year-old man facing numerous charges after leading officers on a pursuit that ended on train tracks. A Mount Vernon police officer tried pulling Tommy Collins over. When a passenger jumped out, Collins drove off. The chase continued to train tracks, with officers deploying a taser on Collins, taking him into custody. Police added Collins said he didn't sleep in days and also used methamphetamine. He's now facing wanton endangerment, fleeing, drug possession, and traffic violation charges. The Louisville men's basketball team will spend this holiday week on a 2-game West Coast swing to open ACC conference play. The 16th-ranked Cardinals are in Berkeley tonight for a matchup with Cal, tip-off at 9 o'clock Eastern. U of L will then play Stanford Friday night at 8 o'clock Eastern. Louisville is 10-2 so far this season. The Cards are coming off an easy win over Montana. Meantime, the California Golden Bears, who are 12-1, carry a 9-game win streak and are undefeated at home in Berkeley. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
So you want to be a recycling hero in Danville with curbside pickup, or impress the fine folks at Boyle County Recycling Center? Pay attention, because it's a little more than just breathing air and tossing your stuff in the bin. Only plastics marked with numbers 1 and 2 make the cut. Got it? Great. And don't just toss in goo-covered spaghetti jars or soda cans. Rinse those bad boys. Gotta be squeaky clean, shiny happy, bone dry. Bonus tip, this also applies to your metal cans, whether they're steel, tin, or aluminum. Seriously, don't mix in that oil-stained tin foil hat. Got a hoarding problem with cardboard, catalogs, and magazines that rival a library? Set them free to reincarnate. Cereal boxes, office paper, they're all up for this new spiritual paper journey. And listen up, confetti enthusiasts, bag that shredded paper. Sorry, folks. Glass is not welcome to the recyclables party, but hey, give yourself a high five for recycling right.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
Are you looking to increase sales, get more customers, and grow your business? Hi, Don here, your small business marketing expert. If you run a business and haven't tried radio yet, here's what you need to know. Radio is everywhere. Weekly online radio consumption among listeners has grown from 12% in 2007 to 68% today. And not only does radio dominate the internet, in the car, radio destroys the competition. Radio accounted for 87% of all ad-supported in-car listening. People don't surf the net, watch TV, or read newspapers while driving. Also, if your budget is tight, don't worry. Radio is affordable. It beats the internet, TV, billboard, and all other media in ROI. Your dollars reach more people and work harder with radio. So are you ready to increase sales, get more customers, and grow your business? Call us today.
Promote your business to thousands of potential customers every week. To learn more, go online to advertisecentralkentucky.com. That's advertisecentralkentucky.com.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
The Wilkinson Farm mega site in Harrodsburg appears to be on its way to a new name. The Harrodsburg Herald's reporting that pending county approval, the industrial park there will be known as the Bluegrass Innovation Gateway, or BIG. That name shows they're open for business and want to show the world that they're open to compete for the best economic opportunity out there. The 958 contiguous acres was bought by the Industrial Authority at a price of nearly $20 million and includes frontage on US 127 and Kentucky 390, as well as 1.5 miles of main line with Norfolk Southern. The Mercer County Fire Protection Board says they'll hire a permanent chief next year. Longtime employee Chris Dean is currently serving as the interim, but they've been without a permanent chief since Glenn Phillips resigned last August. The Harrodsburg Herald reports that at their last meeting, the board immediately went into executive session to discuss hiring a new chief, but no action was taken. They said they'll begin interviews with each candidate at the beginning of the new year. A bicyclist in Lexington was taken to the hospital after he was hit by a vehicle on Sunday. It happened near Newtown Pike on Georgetown Street around 6:30 in the evening. The bicyclist was in serious but stable condition, and it's not known if the driver will face any charges.
And the annual Christmas for the Fishes continues. The Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife allows people to donate their live Christmas trees to their program, Christmas for the Fishes. Donated trees are then anchored to environmentally friendly weights and submerged at various depths in different lakes and reservoirs, allowing fish a refuge and feeding habitat for game fish, small fish, and invertebrates. The closest drop-off spot in our area is in Garrett County, where you can drop off your trees at the Garrett County Conservation District office on Precision Court. You can donate your live tree, free of its decorations and lights, now through January 15th. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Did you know that over 1 in 3 Kentucky adults has prediabetes, and most don't even know it? Diabetes can lead to serious health problems, but the good news is it can often be prevented. If you think you might have diabetes or prediabetes, the Boyle County Health Department can help. Learn your risk, get screened, and take the steps toward a healthier future today. Call the Boyle County Health Department at 859-236-2053 for more information or to schedule a screening.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay, Little Rayleigh, appreciate that. Brought to you by the Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts, up to 50% every single day. The Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Cloudy skies, chance of some flurries. They are moving through, gradually clearing. High today 32, low tonight 25. Partly sunny skies tomorrow 40 and 28. New Year's Day is Thursday, partly sunny 40. On Friday, mostly cloudy and 50. Right now it's 7:37 in the morning, 22 degrees. Tuesday, the 30th day of the month of December. I'm so happy to have you aboard the Joe Show on this Tuesday morning. 859-238-WHIR is the phone number to call in this morning. Hey, some people struggle with getting the proper sleep all year round, but for a lot of others, it's a seasonal thing. They have no problem snoozing in the summer, but when the colder, darker winter months roll around, it can disrupt their sleep. Things are thrown off, it's dark early, you can't figure out what time it is, and in this 2-week period, you don't even know what day it is. Is it Wednesday? Is it Thursday? No, it's Tuesday. Is it a holiday? Whether you have a hard time drifting off or staying asleep, by the morning you may be under a heavy fog of fatigue, which basically affects everything all day long. It turns out that a seasonal shift in sleep is related to how much sunlight we get, because light plays a big part in aligning the timing of our internal clocks. Sleep scientist Dr. Sophie Bostock shares research-backed steps that she says can help you get quality sleep during the winter months. So here we go. If you've woke up feeling groggy this morning, here's some steps you can take, 6 steps you can take to maybe help you fall asleep better later on tonight. Here we go. Step number 1, which you can do right now, you can do over the next hour or so. Start the day with light. So you wake up, start your day with light, soaking in some light in the morning, whether it's natural sunlight or from a bright light box or a SAD lamp, SAD standing for seasonal affective disorder. About a half an hour is all you need. Can help reset your internal clock. If you don't have one or you can't get outside, just sitting by a window can help boost your focus, your mood, and your sleep quality. So starting the day with light is a big step in this. Number 2, protect your eyes from light at night. When the sun goes down, stick to dim, warm lights inside to help you drift off more easily at bedtime. You don't want any of those bright lights like we have shining over my head in the studio at night. You don't want those. Number 3, take a lunchtime walk. Get outside, get some steps in, regardless of the weather, and even if it's only for 10 minutes. Taking a break in the middle of the workday can help improve your concentration. Plus, again, you'll get more sunlight and a little physical activity as well, which can also release mood-boosting endorphins. Number 4, spend some time in nature. Embrace a winter-loving mindset like they have in Scandinavian countries, where they believe that there's no such thing as bad weather, only unsuitable clothing. That's an interesting mindset to have. It's not bad weather. You're just not dressed up for it. Being outdoors can help, as a large study in the United Kingdom found that spending at least 2 hours a week outside is good for health, is good for well-being, and is good for sleeping. Number 5, be social, but be social in moderation. Staying connected to loved ones can help you manage stress, which can then help you sleep. And alcohol can mess with sleep quality. So pace yourself, being social in moderation. And number 6, plan your meal times. Try not to reach for sugar when you're tired, as it's a temporary high followed by an energy slump. Eat plenty of fiber-rich foods. Avoid ultra-processed stuff, which is linked to higher rates of insomnia. When you eat also matters. And for a restful night's sleep, aim to stop eating 2 hours before bedtime. There you go. 6 steps to help you get a better night's sleep during the winter. Number 1, start the day with light. Number 2, protect your eyes from light at night. Number 3, take a lunchtime walk. Number 4, spend some time in nature. Number 5, be social in moderation. And number 6, plan your meal times. 6 steps to get a better night's sleep during the winter. It's 7:42 in the morning. It's a random fact time for you, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs. Selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
All right, these facts come from September the 10th. I was going to do November the 10th. I was going to do November the 9th because that's Rebecca's birthday. But I can't do November 9th. That was a Sunday this year. November 9th was. So we're doing the day after November the 10th. Again, our Random Fact website is down through Monday of next week. So we're doing the best of Random Facts from specifically picked days in 2025. Here's how the Random Facts sounded on Monday, November the 10th. Here we go. Fact number 1, Grok. G-R-O-K. Grok is the name of the AI chatbot that's on X or Twitter. And that name Grok first was used in 1961 in a book called Stranger in a Strange Land. It's about a human born and raised on Mars and then comes back and experiences Earth for the first time. Grok is one of the Martian words the main character uses, and it means to understand emphatically, which is clearly what everybody on X does. They understand everyone so emphatically on there. Number 2, reading silently is kind of a new development. People have been writing and reading for 5,000 years, but it's only been socially acceptable to read alone and not out loud to a group for the past 300 to 400 years. Now, usually because many people couldn't read, you'd have one person read the message to everyone. Reading wasn't done as like an activity by yourself. You did it in a group. Number 3, silly string was originally created in the 1970s. A chemist created this, trying to invent an instant spray-on cast for broken bones, and he came up with silly string. Number 4, the budget for Dazed and Confused, the movie, was $6.9 million. And about 1/6 of that budget went toward getting the rights to all the 70 songs used in that movie. Had to spend a ton of the music rights. And number 5, Crayola is a mix of 2 French words. There's cray, C-R-A-I-E, which means chalk, and oregano, which means oily. And you mix those together, cray, oregano, and somehow you get Crayola. Don't ask me where the ya sound comes from. That's the French to English, I guess, messing with us. Random facts for you on this Tuesday morning, December the 30th. 21 degrees. A shout out to my boy Russ. He's listening to me this morning, heading to work at Stewart Powell Ford Mazda. Fantasy football's over for us, Russ. The season has come to an end. We'll get back at it again next August. 7:45, we're back after this.
Thinking about buying a home, starting a business, or tackling a renovation? Whitaker Bank is here to help you make it happen. This is Ronald Howard. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank in Danville. We understand that every financial decision is personal. That's why we offer local expertise and reliable service. Let's find the right solution for you. Call me at 859-236-9822 today, and let's take the next step together. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Deanna at the Danville H&R Block. Have you ever received a letter from the IRS that said you owed money and you really didn't understand why? Maybe you even paid it without question to avoid any trouble. Taxpayers have lost billions of dollars by making mistakes on their returns, leaving out beneficial deductions, or paying tax bills without question. Bring in those letters or even your prior year returns and let the professionals at H&R Block take a look. And let us do a second look free and see how much it can get back for you. Stop by or give us a call at 236-3281. Come see your trusted tax experts in our brand new location. That's H&R Block at 101 Citation Drive in Danville, where we're always ready to help.
Lee Kirkland, and I live in Harrisburg. We're with Welch Homes because I've known Christy since I was a child. She's always been such a good friend and a good person, so I decided to go with her on selling our first home, and she did such a great job for us that we ended up selling and buying about 4 properties through her. She made everything happen quickly, and everything was smoothly, and I would recommend Welch Homes to anybody who is trying to purchase or sell their property.
Welch Homes Real Estate. Welcome home with Welch Homes.
In the heart of Harrodsburg, Kentucky, Mercer Stone Company is shaping driveways and dreams. Supplying quality stone with local dedication, these folks know a thing or two about building from the ground up. With friendly service and a commitment to getting your project done right, you'll find the materials and know-how you need. And lay the foundation for your next great project with Mercer Stone Company today. We will rock you.
Hi, this is Pim Pfister-Clark with Wedding Planning with Pim, here to wish you and yours a joyous holiday season filled with love and a new year filled with peace and prosperity. Merry Christmas from everyone at Wedding Planning with Pim.
The Falcons beat the Rams on Monday Night Football. Nikola Jokic injured, and the father of a NASCAR star dies in a house fire. Those are the headlines on this Tuesday morning. I'm Joe Mathis, guiding you through these Tuesday morning sports. Starting off in the National Football League, where a Los Angeles Rams team that spent most of the season competing for the best record in the National Football League now is third in its own division, saddled with a 2-game losing streak and bound to open the playoffs now on the road. Quote, "This is a humbling league, and we got humbled tonight," Rams coach Sean McVay said. Bijan Robinson rushed for 195 yards, including a 93-yard touchdown, and Zane Gonzalez kicked a 51-yard field goal with 21 seconds left as the Falcons recovered after blowing 2 21-point leads. Bijan Robinson's 93-yard touchdown run was the longest in Atlanta history, and Jesse Bates III scored in a 34-yard pick six. Bolstered by those big plays, the Falcons led 21-0 at the half and 24-3 early in the second half. Matthew Stafford recovered from throwing 3 interceptions to help the Rams pull even at 24 as he threw an 11-yard touchdown pass to Puka Nacua with 2:46 left. The Falcons, though, extended their winning streak to 3 games as Robinson also set the team record for most scrimmage yards in a season. The Rams began the week leading the NFL in scoring in yards and were shut out in the first half. After trailing 21-0 at halftime, the Rams were kept out of the end zone until Stafford's 27-yard touchdown pass to Terrence Ferguson late in the third quarter. But again, with the score tied 24, the Falcons drove back down the field and kicked a game-winning field goal from 51 yards out to beat the Rams 27-24. It's the Falcons' 3rd win in a row. In the NBA, the Nuggets suddenly are holding their breath and hoping for the best. Star center and 3-time MVP Nikola Jokic suffered a left knee injury Monday in a game against the Heat after awkwardly hyperextending it. Jokic trudged off the court with an extreme limp and did not return in the second half. Initially, the Nuggets had said Jokic was questionable to return to the game, though he was not on the floor and at the start of the second half. The injury came late in the second quarter with just 6 seconds left to play in the period when Jokic was defending the paint. As he was shuffling his feet, Nuggets forward Spencer Jones was pushed backward, and Jones stepped on Jokic's left foot as Jokic was planting that foot, causing his left knee to buckle and hyperextend backwards. Meanwhile, in the game, the Heat won 147-123. In the NASCAR news, Dennis Hamlin, the father of NASCAR driver Denny Hamlin, died from injuries suffered during a house fire that destroyed the home of Denny Hamlin's parents in North Carolina on Sunday. He was 75 years old. Denny Hamlin's mother, Mary Lou Hamlin, who's 69, was listed in critical condition and transferred to a hospital in Winston-Salem, which reported the Hamlin's house was about 20 miles outside of Charlotte. Authorities in Gaston County, North Carolina, told WCNC that it took firefighters about 2 hours to extinguish the blaze at that two-story home. About 40 to 45% of the home was already burning by the time crews arrived. Those are the headlines on this Tuesday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
Love gets better with B&L Jewelers.
One of the most trusted names in jewelry is B&L Jewelers. For years, we've been helping you and your neighbors say, I love you, happy anniversary, even here's something just because. At B&L Jewelers, you could trust us for everything from an elegant engagement diamond to that watch repair. Want custom jewelry and design? Trust us. Want repairs? Trust us. Want prices that compete with the chain stores? But with local hometown service, you can always trust B&L Jewelers. Why? Because the staff at B&L Jewelers truly knows jewelry. And it's time for us to get to know you. Tell you what, stop in for a free jewelry cleaning and inspection and say hello. Love gets better at B&L Jewelers, located in the Danville Manor Shopping Center.
Love gets better with B&L Jewelers.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Family Matters amplifies the loudest and the proudest political voices in the Black community today.
What's up, guys? I'm CJ Pearson. There's so many incredible perspectives here in the Black community that you're going to hear from each and every week. This is exactly what the mainstream media was missing.
Because faith matters, country matters, and family matters.
And actually talk to the people at the forefront of this change in the community. And by the way, it's no small number. It's growing every single day. That's why this moment matters.
Family Matters with CJ Pearson. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by
Really, Joe, thanks for that. Brought to you by our friends at Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Come on, ask if auto owners make sense for you. Calling Marker Chris for a free quote, 859-238-7391. Chance of flurries today. And a high of 32, low at 25. The chance of flurries actually is moving through this morning, so we're actually, even radar showing we're going to pass that chance of flurries. Still very cold, 9-degree wind chills today. Tomorrow, partly sunny and 40. That's New Year's Eve. Tomorrow night, if you're out and about, be careful, be safe. Mostly cloudy, 28's the low. I sound like my mom. Be careful, be safe. You know, like, that's like something my mom would say. Be careful. As if, like, not saying that would make me just go on a rampage. Like, oh, my mom didn't tell me to be careful. That means that I can drive blindfolded backward in reverse as fast as I can go. But because mom says it, you can't do it, right? It's kind of like what it feels like. Be careful. Okay, well, Joe said be careful. If he didn't say it, I was going to be dangerous. But because he told us on the radio to be careful, then we got to be careful. I hope you're careful regardless of whether it's said or not. New Year's Day, partly sunny, 40 is the high, 28 is the low. We're halfway to 100 on Friday. Mostly cloudy and 50. Right now, 7:55 in the morning, 22 degrees in Danville. We're heading out west to Hollywood to see what's going on in the showbiz segment. It's called the world of weird. The rich and famous, they're so disassociated with reality. If a celebrity does it, says it, thinks it, or votes it, you should probably do say think and vote the opposite. Here we go. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West spent Christmas together with their kids and were friendly, sources say. The exes have made peace after years of tension and are focused on co-parenting their children North, Saint, Chicago, and Psalm. Insiders say Kanye has been reflecting on his past behavior and trying to improve himself. Kanye supports North's presence on social media and encourages her to share fun posts in his music if she wants to, and that's pretty good. All right, alleged text messages show Tyler Perry's accuser, Mario Rodriguez, asking Perry for financial help months before filing a lawsuit. In August, messages, Rodriguez says he is unwell, uninsured, fears a serious infection, and worries about dying like his father. Earlier texts show from the relationship years allegedly show Rodriguez thanking Perry and expressing affection. Rodriguez said that, quote, survivors often stay cordial when power dynamics are involved. Hey, and Glenn Powell and Michelle Randolph were spotted on a romantic Florida getaway, leaving one Hotel South Beach for a private airport. Sources spilled to TMZ that the relationship is moving fast, with the pair flying from Miami to St. Bart's. The night before, they were photographed returning from dinner with friends at Poppy's Steak. Romance rumors began flying in the fall after they were seen together in Austin, Texas, as well as being spotted together at multiple events. Glenn Powell and Michelle Randolph spotted on vacation together in Miami. Tyler Perry's accuser allegedly asked for money before a lawsuit. And Kim Kardashian and Kanye West spend time together with their kids for Christmas and do so cordially. That's what's going on out west in Hollywood. It's the showbiz segment, the land of celebrities, the world of WHIR. There you go. All right, we're going to Melton's Deli in Danville. We know Melton's 1 on East Main is closed. I need someone from Melton's 2 to let me know if they're open. I know Melton's 1 is closed. I don't know about Melton's 2. Either way, we're still focusing on Melton's. We're thinking about what we're going to get when they're back open. All right, let's go with the Reuben. Yeah, let's go with the Reuben. Number 7 on the Melton's Deli menu. Thinly sliced corned beef, chopped kraut, melted Swiss cheese, and Thousand Island dressing, served on toasted rye bread. Now, you can substitute the corned beef for turkey. That's called the Rachel. So the Reuben or the Rachel, whatever type of meat you want, you can customize your sandwiches, modified to suit your taste. Melton's Deli in Danville, 247 East Main, 995 Ben Alli Drive. Next time you go in there, tell them you heard them on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville, News Talk Sports for Melton's Deli. And their sandwich of the day, it is the Reuben sandwich right here on The Joe Show. We're a minute away from top hour news. In the 8 o'clock in the morning hour, we've got Mike Marcy from the library calling in. Hopefully, our phone lines work a little bit better for Mike than it did in the 7 o'clock in the morning hour.
Walk along the river, sweet lullaby. It just keep on flowing. It don't worry about where it's going. No, no. Don't fly, Mr. Bluebird. I'm just walking down the road. Early morning sunshine. Tell me all I need.
Looking to elevate your home without the luxury price tag? At Lux 218 Kitchen, Bath, and Lighting in Danville, they make your dream space a reality. Discover premium kitchen cabinets, stunning freestanding tubs, designer lighting, vanities, faucets, flooring, all the luxury brands you love at unbeatable prices. Whether you're renovating, building, or just refreshing a room, luxury now lives here. Visit Lux 218 today and let's design your dream together. Located 1227 Lebanon Road, Danville. Like them on Facebook.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 8 o'clock. NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. A new report says a U.S. land strike in Venezuela was carried out by the CIA. Jim Roop with more.
CNN is reporting a CIA drone hit a remote dock on the Venezuelan coast earlier this month. The network cites sources saying the U.S. believed the facility was being used by the Tren de Aragua gang as part of its operation to store and ship drugs. The report says no one was at the facility when the strike happened and there were no casualties. President Trump says the U.S. had targeted a dock connected to drug trafficking, but did not go into specifics.
President Trump says there will be hell to pay if Hamas doesn't disarm soon as part of a U.S. brokered peace plan. Blake Sifton reports.
Trump said that Israel has lived up to its commitments under the Gaza peace plan 100%, despite ongoing deadly attacks by the Israeli military.
Trump also warned the U.S. will go after Iran if that country tries to build up a missile stockpile and reestablish its nuclear program. He also said he would support Israeli military strikes on Iran. Trump made the comments alongside Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu following their meeting yesterday in Florida. Singer David is likely to face murder charges for the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Tammy Trujillo with the latest.
According to TMZ, a grand jury is currently hearing the case and expected to vote on indictments. Initially, it was reported that the grand jury was only investigative, meant to gather evidence without indicting. However, it's now understood that the grand jury will decide on indictments. This development follows testimony from David's manager, Robert Morgenroth, who reportedly faced intense questioning about why he didn't contact the police. Morgenroth said that his focus was on maintaining David's tour schedule and that it wasn't his responsibility. Hernandez's body was discovered in September in Los Angeles inside a Tesla registered to David.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Do you have an invention idea but don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp today. We have representatives nationwide who will explain the InventHelp process step by step. Over 10,000 patents have been secured through InventHelp's patent referral services. The InventHelp databank includes thousands of companies who have agreed to review new ideas. We've been helping inventors since 1984. Let's help you next. Get started today.
Call us for free information at 1-800-558-5497. Again, 1-800-558-5497.
Get the drinks and snacks. Get the streamers and confetti. Get the party hats and funny glasses. Get the noisemakers and balloons. But if you're even a little buzzed this New Year's Eve, do not get behind the wheel. Get a ride. Drive sober or get pulled over. A message from the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
Starting next week, student loan borrowers in default will learn their wages could be garnished. More from Sarah Walters.
The U.S. Department of Education will send notices to about 1,000 borrowers the week of January 7th, warning that money could be taken directly out of their paychecks. Those affected will get 30 days notice before wage garnishment begins. The move follows the end of pandemic-era protections as federal student loan payments fully resumed last year.
Earlier this month, we lost Hollywood icon Rob Reiner and his wife, Michelle.
You've been like a father to me. Why? You've been just like a son to me. You never did nothing I ever told you to do.
Their son, Nick, is accused of their murder. A look back at others we lost this year. Here's Matt Mattinson.
Conservative activist Charlie Kirk was assassinated at the age of 31. Former Vice President Dick Cheney died. Pope Francis passed away at age 88. Heavy metal and reality TV star Ozzy Osbourne died at the age of 76. Academy Award-winning actor and director Robert Redford died at the age of 89. Gene Hackman died at the age of 95. Diane Keaton died at 79. Wrestling legend Hulk Hogan and Italian fashion designer Giorgio Armani passed away.
Serving USA. You'll catch 'em serving at Ventura County line.
Founder of the Beach Boys, Brian Wilson, died at 82. And in sports, we lost boxer George Foreman, Chicago Cubs great Ryan Sandberg, and MLB player and broadcaster Bob Uecker.
Job
just a bit outside.
And the funeral for the Broadway star who was killed last week at her home in New Jersey is set for tomorrow. According to family members, Amani Diaz-Smith's boyfriend has been charged in her stabbing death. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
What's new at your Danville Lee's Famous Recipe? Some money-saving daily specials. Get the 8-piece bonus box of dark meat with a large side of your choice for just $12.99. Try Lee's new delicious chicken sandwiches for just $3.99. And now available every day, you can take $1 off the filling and mouth-watering 3-piece chicken dinner, $1 off the regular price 7 days a week. Don't forget, Lee's is a master caterer. Let them take the hassle out of your next event. Call 859-236-8777 for the great taste of Danville Lee's Famous Recipe on South 4th Street.
And here's Clark with the weather. How's it looking for our weekend boaters out there, Clark?
Well, Stacy, we can expect periods of heavy rain across the viewing area. That means all the trash, lawn chemicals, and other hazardous waste on the ground will go down the storm drains and into our rivers, lakes, and streams.
Gross.
Gross is right, Stacy. Now here's Dave with sports.
Do your part to keep our new Kentucky home clean. Make sure only stormwater goes down storm drains. Brought to you by Team Kentucky and the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Wilkinson Farm mega site in Harrodsburg appears to be on its way to a new name. The Harrodsburg Herald's reporting that pending county approval, the industrial park there will be known as the Bluegrass Innovation Gateway, or BIG. That name shows they're open for business and want to show the world that they're open to compete for the best economic opportunity out there. The 958 contiguous acres was bought by the Industrial Authority at a price of nearly $20 million and includes frontage on US 127 and Kentucky 390, as well as 1.5 miles of main line with Norfolk Southern. The Mercer County Fire Protection Board says they'll hire a permanent chief next year. Longtime employee Chris Dean is currently serving as the interim, but they've been without a permanent chief since Glenn Phillips resigned last August. The Harrodsburg Herald reports that at their last meeting, the board immediately went into executive session to discuss hiring a new chief, but no action was taken. They said they'll begin interviews with each candidate at the beginning of the new year. A bicyclist in Lexington was taken to the hospital after he was hit by a vehicle on Sunday. It happened near Newtown Pike on Georgetown Street around 6:30 in the evening. The bicyclist was in serious but stable condition, and it's not known if the driver will face any charges. And the annual Christmas for the Fishes continues. The Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife allows people to donate their live Christmas trees to their program, Christmas for the Fishes. Donated trees are then anchored to environmentally friendly weights and submerged at various depths in different lakes and reservoirs, allowing fish a refuge and feeding habitat for game fish, small fish, and invertebrates. The closest drop-off spot in our area is in Garrett County, where you can drop off your trees at the Garrett County Conservation District office on Precision Court. You can donate your live tree, free of its decorations and lights, now through January 15th. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Listen to WHIR online at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky, YMAX.com.
Hello, this is Superintendent Mark Way with Bull County Schools. As we celebrate the holiday season, I want to thank our students, families, and staff in this incredible community for your continued support. Together, we've made this semester one to remember, filled with growth, learning, and excellence in everything. May your holidays be safe, joyful, and spent with those you love. From all of us at Bull County Schools, happy holidays and go Rebels.
My name is Chase Harrington, and I'm from Nicholsville, Kentucky. I've been singing for about 7 years. When I got into performance, I came to Studio G. I've been learning how to look good on stage, how to bring out my voice more in the songs that I sing, how to get confidence. I hear an immense difference in my voice compared to when I started coming here.
Studio G is the performing arts place. To learn more, call 859-734-4394. Studio G, the G stands for growth.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, little Rayleigh Joe, thanks for that. Brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Morning Point in Danville. Check them out. They have the Lantern, which has 2 levels of memory care for early and latter stages of Alzheimer's and dementia. It's the Lantern at Morning Point of Danville with an E on the end of point. Morning Point of Danville. Cloudy through mid-morning, gradually clearing. 32 is the high. Low tonight, 25. Partly sunny skies and 39 tomorrow. On New Year's Eve, mostly cloudy and 28. New Year's Day, partly sunny and 39 as we begin a new 2026, January 1st on Thursday. It's 8:10 in the morning. It's 22 degrees. Wind chill feels like 11. Hopefully, we've got the phone line situated, though if they are situated, it is not a thing that I've done. It is me just crossing my fingers and hoping it works. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, and the only way to figure it out is if we have Mike Marcy on the line from the Boyle County Public Library. Got to have a phone call in here, and Mike is on. Nope, it's not fixed.
Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Mike. So I gave Mike the rundown. I told Mike, we're having a problem with the phone lines. There's a big ringing in the background. I've got no idea what the problem is. So, Mike, I can hear it. So I'm going to give Mike a call back. So I'm going to hang up, and I'm going to give Mike a call back, and hopefully, maybe me calling will change the dynamics of what's going on. And again, the only way for me to troubleshoot this is to literally do it when someone's on the phone. And I can't have someone on the phone unless I have them on the air. So, I would have to have them on the air and be turning knobs and pushing buttons and just doing stuff that I really don't know would even fix the problem. It could make it even worse, but basically just troubleshoot it live on the air. I'm not sure that's going to be the best thing for live radio. So I'm going to give Mike a call back, and we'll see if we can get him on. Again, maybe me calling will fix the problem. We're back in 30 seconds.
Discover Danville's newest dining option, the Fairways Restaurant, now open to the public. Enjoy lunch Tuesday through Friday, Saturday brunch, and dinner Wednesday through Saturday, with prime rib night every Thursday. Our full menu features everything from burgers to steaks, plus daily specials. Offered in an elevated setting, the Fairways Restaurant provides an intimate and unique dining experience. Find the Fairways at the Danville Country Club, now available to anyone who makes a reservation. The Fairways Restaurant, where everyone's welcome.
Catch the best of Sean Hannity, Saturday mornings, 10 to 1 on WHIR.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one.
No, it's not. It's not going to work. I just potted it up just a little bit to hear. And it's not. Hey, Mike, this is not going to work. So, yeah, sorry about that. I don't really know what to do right now to fix the problem. So we'll just have to talk again next Tuesday, okay?
All right.
Sorry about that. Talk to you later. All right, so we know now that it's an issue that is persisting. It is a persistent issue this morning. Well, let me see. Maybe I can do the Boyle County Public Library report myself. See what we got here. Here's their latest post. Marking the 12 days of Christmas and the start of a new year by looking back at a great year at the library in 2025. And it was a great year. I was actually thinking last night about Starlight movie nights and how Jack and Rayleigh went to a couple of them this year. Their cousins came down. They went to one with their cousins. And so they have this cool photo from May on their library Facebook page. A young fan takes a shot at one of the stars of the Elite Wrestling Alliance. I forgot they had the wrestlers out there for the summer reading kickoff. And they had the inflatables and all that. And so they got a picture of this kid looking like he's slugging a wrestler right in the kisser. That picture came from May. Boyle County Public Library's website, boylepublib.org. You can check it out and check out their calendar of events and activities and things that are going on there at the Boyle County Public Library. 859-238-WHIR is the phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. Tell you what, we do have the sort of sports report this morning. Those headlines that may not make, or in the sports stories that may not make your headlines, I should say. In your everyday sports, you get either via radio or television. Here we go. It's the sort of sports report. Starting off from the NCAA Bowl season, where there are 3 games On the bowl schedule for tonight, at 2 o'clock this afternoon, I guess technically starts this afternoon, not necessarily tonight. 2 o'clock is the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl. Coastal Carolina takes on Louisiana Tech. Louisiana Tech is a 7-point favorite. The experts say they win and they cover. At 5:30, Liberty Music City Bowl, Tennessee versus Illinois. Tennessee a 5.5-point favorite. The Vols win, but they do not cover, according to the experts. And the Valero Alamo Bowl, number 16 USC versus TCU. That's 9 o'clock tonight. The experts say USC wins and they cover as well, as about a 7-point favorite over top of TCU. 6.5 is what it officially says. The bowl games for today. Nigerian-born former world heavyweight champion boxer Anthony Joshua suffered minor injuries from a car crash on Monday. Sadly, 2 other passengers were killed in that crash. Reports say Joshua was riding in the back of a Lexus SUV when the vehicle was involved in a collision. Joshua was taken to a nearby hospital where he said he's in stable condition, is what experts say, and the other 2 passengers were pronounced dead at the scene. Both Sinagami and Latif Ayodele were members of Joshua's team and were said to be close friends of the boxer. Joshua's last fight saw him earn a 6th-round knockout against Jake Paul. Last night, we had some big-time games in Monday Night Football being won. Falcons beat the Rams 27-24. Bijan Robinson had a 93-yard touchdown run last night in that win over the Rams. He ran wild, Bijan did, in the 27-24 win. Here's how that 93-yard touchdown run sounded last night on Monday Night Football.
Here's Robinson, right side. Nice cutback. He's gone. Can anybody catch him? Not tonight. McCreary chasing. Won't get there. Touchdown, Atlanta. 93 yards.
The Rams were down 21-0. They were down 24-3. They came back and tied it up at 24 on a Puka Nacua touchdown catch.
Rams are back in the red zone. They're 0 for 2 in the red zone trying to score touchdowns. How about Nacua? He says, not anymore. Touchdown, Rams.
Yeah, the extra point was good, 24 all, but the Falcons kicked a 51-yard field goal and then stopped the Rams on their final drive with just 20 seconds left and no timeouts to beat the Rams 27-24.
Down the sideline, and it's broken up by Terrell. No time left on the clock, and the Falcons win it by 3.
Final score 27-24. In the National Basketball Association, MVP favorite Nikola Jokic went down with a knee injury in the Nuggets game versus the Heat last night.
Again. Calero put it in softly with 3 seconds left in the half.
And Jokic is down. Jokic took a shot in that left knee area, and he is really in pain right now. The whole bench up on the Nuggets side.
A weird way for the first half to end here in Miami.
That's what's going on in this morning's sort of sports report. We have more sports coming your way next. We also have Randy Graham and Randyisms around the corner as well with the thoughts of Randy Graham. Here's sports. The Falcons beat the Rams on Monday Night Football. Nikola Jokic injured, and the father of a NASCAR star dies in a house fire. Those are the headlines on this Tuesday morning. I'm Joe Mathis guiding you through these Tuesday morning sports. Starting off in the National Football League, where a Los Angeles Rams team that spent most of the season competing for the best record in the National Football League now is 3rd in its own division, saddled with a 2-game losing streak and bound to open the playoffs now on the road. Quote, "This is a humbling league, and we got humbled tonight," Rams coach Sean McVay said. Bijan Robinson rushed for 195 yards, including a 93-yard touchdown, and Zane Gonzalez kicked a 51-yard field goal with 21 seconds left as the Falcons recovered after blowing 2 21-point leads. Bijan Robinson's 93-yard touchdown run was the longest in Atlanta history, and Jesse Bates III scored in a 34-yard pick six. Bolstered by those big plays, the Falcons led 21-0 in the half and 24-3 early in the second half. Matthew Stafford recovered from throwing 3 interceptions to help the Rams pull even at 24 as he threw an 11-yard touchdown pass to Puka Nacua with 2:46 left. The Falcons, though, extended their winning streak to 3 games as Robinson Robinson also set the team record for most scrimmage yards in a season. The Rams began the week leading the NFL in scoring and yards and were shut out in the first half. After trailing 21-0 at halftime, the Rams were kept out of the end zone until Stafford's 27-yard touchdown pass to Terrence Ferguson late in the third quarter. But again, with the score tied 24, the Falcons drove back down the field and kicked a game-winning field goal from 51 yards out to beat the Rams 27-24. It's the Falcons' third win in a row. In the NBA, the Nuggets suddenly are holding their breath and hoping for the best. Star center and three-time MVP Nikola Jokic suffered a left knee injury Monday in a game against the Heat after awkwardly hyperextending it. Jokic trudged off the court with an extreme limp and did not return in the second half. Initially, the Nuggets had said Jokic was questionable to return to the game, though he was not on the floor and at the start of the second half. The injury came late in the second quarter with just 6 seconds left to play in the period when Jokic was defending the paint. As he was shuffling his feet, Nuggets forward Spencer Jones was pushed backward, and Jones stepped on Jokic's left foot as Jokic was planting that foot, causing his left knee to buckle and hyperextend backwards. Meanwhile, in the game, the Heat won 147-123. In the NASCAR news, Dennis Hamlin, the father of NASCAR driver Denny Hamlin, died from injuries suffered during a house fire that destroyed the home of Denny Hamlin's parents in North Carolina on Sunday. He was 75 years old. Denny Hamlin's mother, Mary Lou Hamlin, who's 69, was listed in critical condition and transferred to a hospital in Winston-Salem, which reported the Hamlin's house was about 20 miles outside of Charlotte. Authorities in Gaston County, North Carolina, told WCNC that it took firefighters about 2 hours to extinguish the blaze at that two-story home. About 40 to 45% of the home was already burning by the time crews arrived. Those are the headlines on this Tuesday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
This holiday season, Bluegrass Power Sports of Harrisburg wishes you adventure and unbeatable rides. Discover year-end savings on CF Moto, new and used deals that let you ride without compromise. Whether you crave the open road or rugged trails, the perfect power sport vehicle is waiting for you. Celebrate the season with a new reason to get outdoors. Gear up for excitement because the best holiday memories start with Bluegrass Power Sports of Harrisburg. Check out the holiday savings at bluegrasspowersportsky.com.
Kentucky has one of the most expansive state park systems in the nation. For decades, the parks have been bringing people together for family reunions, fishing, hiking, and a wealth of other activities. What's your favorite memory of a Kentucky state park? Unfortunately, it takes more than governmental support to keep the parks vibrant. The Kentucky State Parks Foundation raises money to create educational programs for elementary school kids to connect them with nature, handicappable hiking trails, and the preservation of historical artifacts. Make a tax-deductible donation online at KentuckyStateParksFoundation.org.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, Rayleigh Joe, thanks for that. Brought to you by our friends over at the Little Sign Shop. Hey, and our new owners and operators. They offer all types of quality signs at affordable prices. Many within 24 hours. They're in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Come on, you got to call them. 859-238-7391. Mostly cloudy, gradually clearing. A high of 32, a low tonight of 25. Tomorrow, partly sunny, 40 and 28. New Year's Day is Thursday, partly sunny and 40. Friday, mostly cloudy and 50. It's 8:23 in the morning, 21 degrees. Rainbowism is what you got going on, Randy.
Good morning, Sir Joe in the Know, and what another great day it is to get up and get at 'em. Well, Joe, a new year upon us, a time of new beginnings. Hopefully looking forward to the future as the oft-provided example that there's reason the windshield of the car is larger than the rearview mirror, showing where our focus should be, while still looking at what is behind us from time to time that helps secure the angles and turns we may take on this new beginning. And that's what's great about the new year. I mean, isn't it wonderful how God gives us new beginnings in the design of our mind? From the creation of the calendar of the weeks, new months, to new beginnings every day. I mean, just like last night, some went to bed with problems on their mind, but what happened this morning? Yes, the sun rose again as a reminder that whatever we are confronting in life, that this too shall pass. And it will. So rise, champions, rise this morning, and welcome to our, new beginning. But there seems to be something more special about a new year, doesn't it? And why in that 12-month period, hopefully we have recognized even more that our greatest strength in life will always be our greatest weakness. I mean, for example, Joe, I'm an outgoing person, and that's my strength, but the weakness will be at times I'll come across too pushy. I mean, you may be a laid-back individual, and that's your strength. You're easy to listen to, and you're not threatening, but the weakness will be at times we can be walked upon. Yes, it's important to find the balance between our strengths and weaknesses. You know, a good leader's a servant to the people they lead, but if they're not careful, they'll be walked on by the people they serve. It's good to have self-confidence because it helps us step out more boldly in our personal and business decisions. But when ego is out of balance, it is imminent. We will self-destruct. And you know, thinking of new beginnings, Joe, and our greatest strength being our greatest weakness, with the times we are living and witnessing, my mind goes back to another new beginning. Not of us as individuals, but a people and a country. To a time of 1948 with the rebirth of the country of Israel. You know, it really wasn't that long ago, considering those born at that time are now 77 years young. Yeah, but younger than President Trump, and 19 years younger than dear old Dad, my soon-to-be 97-year-old father, who, by the way, is on his way to Florida for the winter. But all this prophesied in the Bible, the rebirth of Israel. After the Jewish uprising of 6770 A.D. against the Romans, with the last of the holdouts holding up in the plateau of Masada. Been there before, interesting place. Even movies made about that last stand where the survivors chose suicide than to go back under the slavery of the Roman Empire. And Rome punished all of Palestine, which they called Israel at that time. Palestinians was the name the Romans gave to the Jews who lived there, and all the people. Palestinians. It became their slave name as Rome took most of the population and turned them into slaves, scattering them throughout their empire. Again, fulfilling biblical prophecy. And eventually they and their descendants grew up as citizens of other countries. Until after the Holocaust and the 1948 rebirth. Yes, a little learning is a dangerous thing. Go deep or drink not of the Pyrene spring. Yes, the newly formed United Nations portioned off about half of what they called Palestine at the time and gave it back to the Jews. And after declaring independence under Prime Minister Ben Gurion, all the Arab countries attacked them. 1948. And they were defeated by the smaller and less equipped Israeli forces, just like God had always done with Israel, this time doing so to fulfill biblical prophecy. Yes, woe is a nation that goes against my people. I will bless those who bless Israel and curse those who curse them. A lesson we should heed, yes, even today, as the Bible also predicts that one day all countries would turn against Israel. We can even see this after October the 7th and the illegal immigration that has brought hate to Jews in all of America, marching, protesting while perverting the minds of our citizens on college campuses, which many on the loony left support, labeling Israel's defense of their country as genocide in Gaza, with some prominent countries proposing to reward this massacre of October the 7th with Palestinian statehood, such as France, Australia, Ireland, the Netherlands, and Canada. Talking a world turned upside down, albeit fulfilling biblical prophecy. But what is worse is we're even seeing some respected conservative voices taking up the same, but presented in a more perverted platter. They promote a lie of their own to an uninformed populace. And while we often share here that if the study of math and sciences will give America a technological edge in the future, it'll be the study of history that'll keep that future free. Well, it applies to the rest of the world as well. But for example, conservative commentators Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens, who have drifted off into la-la land when it comes to Israel, talking a little learning being a dangerous thing. You know, you can take a little truth and mix it up into a recipe that defines anti-Semitism. There's kooky ideas on both sides of the spectrum, both conservative and liberal. Especially you can expect it any time Israel begins to move forward as a country, that the God of this world will blind the minds of those that believe not, and more, will manipulate the minds of many who before would have been called friends, fulfilling, yes, the prophecy that one day all nations would gather against Israel. The questions as individuals in a country we have to answer is, whom this day will we serve? But conservative commentators Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens are trying to say that the Jews who have immigrated to Israel are not the biblical Jews of the Bible, or many are not. Well, BS, for sheer stuff, Biden stuff. And the sad thing is that there are other conservatives who follow this clownish interpretation that has kept the devil smiling. But then some of these conservatives also believed it's crazy stuff that Elvis Presley is still alive, talking the sheep being easily led by the, devil. Heck, he knows the Bible better than any of us, and as such knows how to manipulate the minds, even the Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson. Yeah, that's why I mentioned here more than one time that you got to be careful about putting people on a pedestal, because before a pastor's a pastor, a rabbi is a priest, they're first human, and as a result, subject to both proper and improper judgment. Which explains in part the puking of the vile and weird propaganda regarding the words of Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson against Israel. Talking a little learning is a dangerous thing. Go deep or drink not of the fiery spring. Well, since we're about truth here, let's talk some common sense. Tucker Carlson has begun floating claims that Jews are not genetically connected to the land of Israel, and that Israel somehow bans DNA testing to hide this fact. As author A.V. Abelow wrote, "This isn't journalism, it's fabrication, delivered with a wink that says, trust me, you don't need evidence." The irony is this. For decades, especially among ultra-Orthodox Jews, genetic testing before marriage has been routine, precisely to identify and prevent hereditary diseases. That's reality. That's the truth, regardless if Tucker or Candace knows this or not, proving that their journalism and integrity don't go together, which tells everything you need to know about the game they're playing. Why is he pushing such? For some reason, he's chosen to undermine Israel. Perhaps for more clicks, but maybe a deeper reason. The fact is, his and Candace Owens' words seem to want to sever the ties between the United States and Israel because they are not the Jews of the Bible. If Jews aren't the same Israel of the Bible, then the biblical promise, "I will bless those who bless you," can be conveniently dismissed. Here's the truth that ends debate. The Jewish people are the only indigenous people on earth who are, one, practicing the same traditions and holidays as their ancestors 3,000 years ago, speaking the same language, and living in the same ancestral homeland where their ancestors did 3,000 years ago. No other people on earth can say that, not one. That's not politics, that's history. Jews have a stronger, deeper, and more continuous connection to the land of Israel than the French have to France, the British have to Britain, and frankly, than Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens has to America. France didn't exist as a nation 3,000 years ago, as did Britain and, yes, America. And Tucker's, Candace, and, yes, mine, your family certainly don't go back 3,000 years in America. But the Jewish people did. They were already living in Israel, praying in Hebrew, observing the same holidays, and building the same civilization that exists today in the Jewish state of Israel. So on this new year and new beginnings, let's not only step out boldly in our new beginnings, but step out with truth, not only as individuals, but as one people, yes, as a country. And for those who call themselves Christians, be not deceived. The Bible holds true today as it did years ago. "I will bless those countries who bless Israel and curse those who do not." As Joshua reminds us, choose today who you will serve. Tucker Carlson or Candace Owens. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Happy New Year.
Sorry about that, Randy. Randy Graham and Thoughts of Randygram, Randyisms, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8:20 right here on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. Right now it's 8:32 in the morning. We got James the Gardener giving us a gardening tip coming up. Dusty will join us as well. We've got a Taste Test Tuesday. Cookie dough Oreo. It's coming up next.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Thinking about remodeling your home in 2026? Big Deals Online Store can help you save on your renovation dreams. We've got gift certificates to Lux 218, Danville's source for luxury kitchen, bath, and lighting, all for less. Choose from tubs, sinks, lighting, and vanities for every style. Need help? Lux 218 offers expert design consultation. And if you're not a DIYer, their team of professional installers can bring your vision to life. Don't let price hold you back. Get true luxury for less at Lux 218 on Lebanon Road in Danville. Save even more with big deals. $100 certificates for just $69. Or buy 5 or more and pay only $50 each. That's half price. For all the details, visit the Big Deal Store at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net. Remodeling just got easier and so much more affordable.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Family Matters amplifies the loudest and the proudest political voices in the black community today.
What's up, guys? I'm CJ Pearson. There's so many incredible perspectives here in the black community that you're going to hear from each and every week. This is exactly what the mainstream media was missing.
Because faith matters, country matters, and family matters.
And actually talk to the people at the forefront of this change in the community. And by the way, it's no small number. It's growing every single day. That's why this moment matters.
Family Matters with CJ Pearson. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
The Wilkinson Farm mega site in Harrodsburg appears to be on its way to a new name. The Harrodsburg Herald's reporting that pending county approval, the industrial park there will be known as the Bluegrass Innovation Gateway, or BIG. That name shows they're open for business and want to show the world that they're open to compete for the best economic opportunity out there. The 958 contiguous acres was bought by the Industrial Authority at a price of nearly $20 million and includes frontage on US 127 and Kentucky 390, as well as 1.5 miles of main line with Norfolk Southern. The Mercer County Fire Protection Board says they'll hire a permanent chief next year. Longtime employee Chris Dean is currently serving as the interim, but they've been without a permanent chief since Glenn Phillips resigned last August. The Harrodsburg Herald reports that at their last meeting, the board immediately went into executive session to discuss hiring a new chief, but no action was taken. They said they'll begin interviews with each candidate at the beginning of the new year. A bicyclist in Lexington was taken to the hospital after he was hit by a vehicle on Sunday. It happened near Newtown Pike on Georgetown Street around 6:30 in the evening. The bicyclist was in serious but stable condition, and it's not known if the driver will face any charges. And the annual Christmas for the Fishes continues. The Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife allows people to donate their live Christmas trees to their program, Christmas for the Fishes. Donated trees are then anchored to environmentally friendly weights and submerged at various depths in different lakes and reservoirs, allowing fish a refuge and feeding habitat for game fish, small fish, and invertebrates. The closest drop-off spot in our area is in Garrett County, where you can drop off your trees at the Garrett County Conservation District office on Precision Court. You can donate your live tree, free of its decorations and lights, now through January 15th. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis. What is it that makes parents continue to choose Danville Christian Academy for their kids' education?
Hi, my name is Amy. What I love most about DCA is that my children can go to school and worship God each and every single day.
Hello, my name is Jenna, and what I love most about DCA is that my kids are learning their true identity in Christ.
Hi, my name is Brittany, and I love DCA because my kids get a quality education that is Christ-centered.
You can find out firsthand why parents are choosing Danville Christian Academy. Enrolling now for preschool through 12th grade.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or two or three or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
Okay, Rayleigh brought to you by the Ready Care Clinic. It's open now in Danville on Lexington Avenue. They're accepting new patients for a primary care. Their primary care services combine the convenience of urgent care. They provide routine checkups, preventative screenings, vaccinations, and chronic condition management to support your long-term health and wellness. Cloudy skies, chance of flurries, a high of 32, a low tonight 25. Partly sunny tomorrow, 40 is the high. New Year's Day is Thursday, partly sunny, and 40 is the high. It's 8:38 in the morning, and we're looking at 22 degrees on this Tuesday, the 30th day of the month of December. Pimmy! What's going on with Wedding Planning with Pim?
Hi, I'm Pim Stewart-Clark, and this is Wedding Planning with Pim. If you think you're stuck with a standard by-the-book wedding, think again. Brides and grooms are getting creative, making their weddings more interesting for themselves and their guests. So how about a theme wedding? Extravaganzas that revolve around one dominant concept. Today's popular theme weddings include medieval Renaissance, Victorian, Roaring 20s, Western, and fairy tale Cinderella themes. Theme weddings can also include wackier ideas, such as underwater weddings and hot air balloon weddings. There are no parameters limiting you aside from your imagination and your budget. There are countless reasons to throw a theme wedding, most of which are highly personal. You may be tired of attending one similar wedding after the next and crave something different. Or you may share a passion for a hobby, sport, or time in history that you'd love to incorporate into one of the most important days of your life. No matter the reason, a theme wedding can provide an interesting backdrop your guests will never forget. My love note for today: as the groom, a theme wedding can provide you with an opportunity to get more involved in wedding planning and have lots of fun. After all, finding a vintage 1920s Model T and a 20s-style orchestra for a Roaring 20s wedding can be a lot more fun than choosing corsages.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and you can get up to a $5 cashback bonus on your first tank.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SUPPLY to get up to a $5 cashback bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SUPPLY to get up to a $5 cashback bonus on your first tank. That's code SUPPLY for up to a $5 cashback bonus.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or two or three or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
8:42 in the morning, so happy to have you on the show. 859-238-WHIR as we gear up for Grub Gab, the world of food. Let's give you something to get ready for lunch or dinner today. The chicken tenders from Wendy's. In a world of tenders, Wendy's decided to make something more juicy, more crispy, and even more dippable. New chicken tenders are here now. Yes, you heard that right. Chicken tenders. Some call them tendies. So we're giving you a chance to try out chicken tenders or chicken tendies at Wendy's with a brand new 3-piece combo meal with fries and a Diet Dr. Pepper. Because you need a drink with your tendies, too. And a sauce, too. You don't have to settle for a basic tender with basic sauce. Wendy's has new chicken tender sauce that comes with this new meal item they have, chicken tenders. A sweet chili sauce for those who like it a little sweet. A scorching hot for the ones who like a little spice kick. And then the brand new Wendy's signature sauce for those who love a good twist on a classic. They also have the classic sauces you can pick from: honey barbecue, creamy ranch, and honey mustard. Whatever you choose, they are the perfect vessels to dip all your tendies in. Wendy's new chicken tenders are juicy, crispy, and dippable. You'll remember them forever. Gotta have tendies. Gotta be Wendy's at participating Wendy's, including the Danville location on Houstonville Road. Speaking of food, Grub Gab, the world of food where you can always and unequivocally just eat it. Right here in the Joe Show. Here we go. All right, Arby's expands its seasonal menu options with the introduction of the new Italian beef dip sandwich and peach cobbler roll at participating locations. The Italian beef dip features slow-roasted, thinly sliced roast beef paired with melty Swiss cheese and giardiniera on a warm sub-roll. Serve with a cup of au jus on the side for dipping. Sold in pairs, the peach cobbler roll features a crispy pastry filled with diced peaches, bourbon vanilla filling, and graham cracker crumbs. The Italian beef dip sandwich is priced at $7.49, while a two-piece order of peach cobbler rolls costs $2.99. Though prices may vary by location, that deal started yesterday at Arby's. Speaking of Arby's, they got a pretty neat deal here. This is called the Meat and 3 Box. Arby's says it's time to get more value for your buck with the launch of its new Meat and 3 Box. The Meat and 3 Box includes your choice of a classic roast beef or a crispy chicken sandwich, plus small fries, 2 mozzarella sticks, and a peach cobbler roll, and a small drink for $7.99. Additionally, Arby's is also offering a $9.99 version of the Meat and 3 Box that comes with a French dip and Swiss sandwich, small fries, 2-piece mozz stick, and a peach cobbler roll, and a small drink. You can find the new Meat in 3 Boxes at participating Arby's locations nationwide. And Lexington has Trader Joe's, and Trader Joe's has introduced a new snack bar with their Perfect Bar chocolate chip cookie dough. It's not like other snack bars as it contains a good amount of fiber and protein and is made with a nut butter base instead of a cereal bar. It's an addition to the Trader Joe's Perfect Bar flavors that include chocolate brownie, salted caramel, pumpkin pie, and more. And they're all available in mini and full size, with a full size featuring up to 17 grams of protein per serving. The Perfect Bar chocolate chip cookie dough bar needs to be refrigerated and is not shelf stable like other cereal or oats based bars, and it only lasts around a week. You can expect to pay around $8 or $9 for a box of 8 Perfect Bars at Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's has a new Perfect Bar chocolate chip cookie dough. Arby's has a new Meat and 3 Box and a new Italian beef dip sandwich and peach cobbler roll. Grub Gab, where you can always just eat it. It's 8:46 in the morning. We see what's gone on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history coming up next.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? A man age 50 non-tobacco user can obtain $500,000 of coverage for as little as $110 per month, level rate for 20 years. That's right, guaranteed level rate for 20 years. Call Term Busters for a quote, 1-800-908-7636. You're probably paying more than you should. Call 1-800-908-7636. Sample rate for preferred non-tobacco rate class, exam required to qualify. For details, call 1-800-908-7636. Paid for by Robert Livinger, Insurance Agent.
The Falcons beat the Rams on Monday Night Football. Nikola Jokic injured, and the father of a NASCAR star dies in a house fire. Those are the headlines on this Tuesday morning. I'm Joe Mathis, guiding you through these Tuesday morning sports. Starting off in the National Football League, where a Los Angeles Rams team that spent most of the season competing for the best record in the National Football League now is third in its own division, saddled with a 2-game losing streak and bound to open the playoffs now on the road. Quote, "This is a humbling league And we got humbled tonight. Rams coach Sean McVay said Bijan Robinson rushed for 195 yards, including a 93-yard touchdown, and Zane Gonzalez kicked a 51-yard field goal with 21 seconds left as the Falcons recovered after blowing two 21-point leads. Bijan Robinson's 93-yard touchdown run was the longest in Atlanta history, and Jesse Bates III scored in a 34-yard pick six. Bolstered by those big plays, the Falcons led 21-0 to the half and 24-3 early in the second half. Matthew Stafford recovered from throwing 3 interceptions to help the Rams pull even at 24 as he threw an 11-yard touchdown pass to Puka Nacua with 2:46 left. The Falcons, though, extended their winning streak to 3 games as Robinson also set the team record for most scrimmage yards in a season. The Rams began the week leading the NFL in scoring and yards and were shut out in the first half. After trailing 21-0 at halftime, the Rams were kept out of the end zone until Stafford's 27-yard touchdown pass to Terrence Ferguson late in the third quarter. But again, with the score tied 24, the Falcons drove back down the field and kicked a game-winning field goal from 51 yards out to beat the Rams 27-24. It's the Falcons' third win in a row. In the NBA, the Nuggets suddenly are holding their breath and hoping for the best. Star center and 3-time MVP Nikola Jokic suffered a left knee injury Monday in a game against the Heat after awkwardly hyperextending it. Jokic trudged off the court with an extreme limp and did not return in the second half. Initially, the Nuggets had said Jokic was questionable to return to the game, though he was not on the floor and at the start of the second half. The injury came late in the second quarter with just 6 seconds left to play in the period when Jokic was defending the paint. As he was shuffling his feet, Nuggets forward Spencer Jones was pushed backward, and Jones stepped on Jokic's left foot as Jokic was planting that foot, causing his left knee to buckle and hyperextend backwards. Meanwhile, in the game, the Heat won 147-123. In the NASCAR news, Dennis Hamlin, the father of NASCAR driver Denny Hamlin, died from injuries suffered during a house fire that destroyed the home of Denny Hamlin's parents in North Carolina on Sunday. He was 75 years old. Denny Hamlin's mother, Mary Lou Hamlin, who's 69, was listed in critical condition and transferred to a hospital in Winston-Salem, which reported the Hamlin's house was about 20 miles outside of Charlotte. Authorities in Gaston County, North Carolina, told WCNC that it took firefighters about 2 hours to extinguish the blaze at that 2-story home. About 40 to 45% of the home was already burning by the time crews arrived. Those are the headlines on this Tuesday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
Danville Bike and Footwear is listening to their customers with an edition of Ultra running shoes. Ultra is known for its roomy toe box and zero-to-low drop that adds to your comfort, whether you're running errands or on our beautiful Kentucky trails. Danville Bike and Footwear specializes in individual shoe fittings to ensure maximum comfort. They carry Brooks, Saucony, Asics, and now Ultra shoes for your active lifestyle. Come into Danville Bike and Footwear and let them find the perfect fit for your feet in downtown Danville.
Discover the power of radio. Many business owners know that with radio advertising, you're always the center of attention in the listener's mind when your ad is on the air. Your ad is never buried on page 37, and you'll never find your advertisements surrounded by your competitors like in the yellow pages. With radio advertising, you're always front and center. Discover the power of radio.
Promote your business to thousands of potential customers every week. To learn more, go online to advertisecentralkentucky.com.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right there, Little Riley Joe, brought to you by the Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts, up to 50% every single day. Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Mostly cloudy through mid-morning, gradually clearing. A high today of 32, a low tonight of 25. Partly sunny skies, and 40 is the high tomorrow. New Year's Day, partly sunny and 40. Friday, mostly cloudy and 50. Right now, it's 8:53 in the morning. It's 21 degrees. Wind chill feels like 9 right here in Danville. James the gardener's back there grunting. He does not like this weather. James is in the studio. James, I told you just a minute ago, and I mentioned it earlier this morning, but it was way early. It was like as soon as I took the air, so if you don't listen that early, you missed it. That in terms of if I'm ranking days based on how miserable they are, like with weather.
Right.
The weather misery index.
Right.
Yesterday was probably a 10 out of 10.
Oh, yeah. It was special.
You get what I'm saying? Because, okay, we've dealt with cold. That's fine.
Yeah.
We've dealt with winds.
Yep.
That's fine.
Yep.
We've had windstorms.
Yep.
But when you have consistent, 25 to 30 mile per hour winds, 20 to 25, 30 mile per hour gusts at times, and it feels like 4 degrees, and it's constantly blowing.
Yeah.
That was miserable.
That makes a difference.
Now, I did tell James as well that there's a quote they use in Scandinavian countries where there's no such thing as unsuitable weather. It's just unsuitable clothing, which is a positive way to look at things.
Yes.
Like, every day the weather's good.
Yep.
Even if it's raining, the weather's good.
It's still a good day.
If you don't enjoy it, then you're probably not wearing the right clothing.
Guaranteed.
Which I kind of like that thought.
Yeah.
Like, it's on you. The onus is on you to grab the bull by the horns, so to say. If it's too cold, then you need to put on more clothing. But it shouldn't be too cold. You should have the right amount of clothing on so that it's not cold on you.
Yeah. Well, that's just like when I went out to the car this morning. I was telling you that I went to, I stuck the key in and it didn't turn, right? I was like frozen.
Frozen solid.
I was like, and the wind's blowing, so I go around to the other side of the car and I said, well, maybe I left that one unlocked and it's locked. So I stick the key in, hoping and praying, stuck the key in and it turned. But now the wind is, blowing and, just in a matter of a minute or two, I'm cold. And then that tells me I didn't have enough clothes to start with.
Yes.
So needless to say, I went back home and added a layer.
Yeah.
So, you just have to be prepared.
Yeah. I was out cleaning the garage yesterday, and I had 4 layers on because I had to have the garage door open, was taking stuff in and out and things like that. So I was not appropriately dressed earlier in the day when I went to pick the kids up from my mom's. I wasn't going to let that happen again. It was too nasty to not be appropriately dressed.
Oh, yeah.
All right, James, what do we got going on in the garden today? Well, let me play your theme song first. How about that? We got to make this official.
And now, for the next few minutes, the man with the jolly green thumb and the big straw hat is going to tell us where it's at. Gardening with James, that's the name. Growing good food, that's our aim. Working in our garden every day. Well, we might not be all that pretty, but we don't mind getting all dirty and gritty. Growing our food the natural way. Yes, we're gardening with James, the natural way. Let's dig it, James.
All right, James, the gardener. What's going on with James?
Well, like everybody else, trying to stay warm.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. And like I said, when it comes to your home, like I say, if there's cold areas in your home, try to figure out how to warm that up. Take a heater in there.
Stay away from them. Stay in the warm areas. If there's cold areas in your home, stay in the warm areas.
Take a heater, and if you've got to be in there, try to bring a heater or something with you. Because it's usually the outside walls that maybe you got a crack, in your in the walls or something that's letting the cold air in. So bring a heater or something. Wear an extra layer if you just have to be in that room. And like I said, if you're going to go out, like I say, and you have to take the kids, make sure that you dress them nicely. Because like I said, because they're going to be cold in no time. Because like I say, with the weather the way it is, like I say, I guess it's 21 degrees now. And like I said, if you was out last night, Lord knows it was cold last night. So just have to be prepared. Like I say, when I get back home, first thing else, I'm going to get my little spray out and spray my locks on the car. So this way, if they're open. And like I said, if you can, depending on where you live at, you might want to leave a door unlocked. So this way, you can get in. Because, like I said, I went out and like I said, the key wouldn't turn. So like I said, just start thinking about those things because we still have another month or two of up and down weather, so just make sure that, like I said, because it was a lady not too far from where I live at. I was driving, and a branch had broke off, I guess from the wind, and it was a huge branch blocking her driveway, and I'm like, that's an old branch that probably should have been cut. So, so make sure that those old branches, because if you can pull on them and they crack, get them down.
Time to come down.
Because if you don't, like I said, they'll come down with the wind
Yeah.
or something at an inopportune time. So try to make sure that everything is together so you don't have to worry about it as we go through these different stages of winter. So this way it can stay safe.
Gardening with James, Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yep.
Right here on the Joe Show at this time. All right, James, real quickly. Got a big birthday in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music. There's a lot of birthdays. We just are up close to our top hour news. So today we'll celebrate the birthday. He is, where did he go? 78 years old today, born in this date, 1947. His name, Jeff Lynne, was a member of Idol Race, and he co-founded this group, ELO, who had the 1979 hit Don't Bring Me Down, as well as this one, Mr. Blue Sky. Happy birthday today, Jeff Lynne, a founder of ELO. He's 78 years old today, one of the many great rock and roll birthdays that we have today on December 30th. 9 o'clock in the morning, Top Hour News is coming up next, and a Taste Test Tuesday. Cookie dough Oreos. So we have coming up. It's 9 o'clock in the morning.
This is the Talk of the Town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 9 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. President Trump says the U.S. will go after Iran if that country tries to build up a missile stockpile and reestablish its nuclear program.
Now I hear that Iran is trying to build up again, and if they are, we're going to have to knock them down. We'll knock them down. We'll knock the hell out of them, but hopefully that's not happening.
Speaking Monday alongside Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Trump said it would be much smarter if Iran decides to negotiate. Trump also said he would support Israeli military strikes on Iran. A winter storm system is on the march, moving east after bringing rain, snow, and wind across the northern plains and Great Lakes region Monday. The storm could affect large swaths of the United States from Detroit and New York City to Philadelphia, with the potential for some places to see 6 to 10 inches of snow. Former heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua is recovering following a car crash that killed 2 friends and teammates in Nigeria, Rory O'Neal reports.
Anthony Joshua suffered minor injuries and was taken to an undisclosed hospital for medical care. The victims who were killed included his strength coach and his personal trainer. The crash near Lagos happened just weeks after Joshua knocked out internet star Jake Paul in a match in Miami. Paul posted on X after the accident saying, quote, "Life is much more important than boxing." I'm Rory O'Neal.
Charlie Kirk's accused killer was back in court on Monday. Tyler Robinson took part in a virtual hearing in Provo, Utah, where the judge did not make a definitive ruling on media access to future hearings.
The press need not be a party to a criminal action to pursue the public's presumptive right to access public court records.
The judge did agree to release a redacted version of a previous closed hearing. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Hi, everyone. If you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, listen up. We have legal professionals standing by to answer your questions for free. Call now and find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth. Call 800-340-5510. I'm here with spokesman John Wolf. So, John, tell everyone listening who should call right now.
Well, Maria, first off, thank you for having me here. It's always nice to answer the listeners' questions. Now, as far as who should call in, anyone who's been injured in an accident and think you deserve compensation, give us a call right now. 800-340-5510. You'll find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth.
Thanks, John. You heard it, folks. Take advantage of this opportunity and call now. 800-340-5510.
Advertisement sponsored by Legal Help Center, may not be available in all states.
Final preparations are underway as Times Square tests out its New Year's Eve ball ahead of its iconic celebration. In New York, Natalie Migliori.
The ball that weighs more than 12,000 pounds is illuminated and sent up the 130-foot pole that sits atop 1 Times Square. The giant switch that's flipped illuminates the 9th iteration of the ball since it first debuted in 1907. It's come a long way since the first iteration of that ball, made out of iron and wood. Now covered in nearly 5,300 crystals and LED light pucks, nearly double the number of crystals on the previous ball. I'm Natalie Migliori.
A look back at the biggest stories of this year. Here's Jack Crumley.
2025 started with a New Orleans truck attack that killed 14 on New Year's Day and delayed the Sugar Bowl. A big snow in much of the U.S. and the Southern California wildfires.
Tell all the engines coming down here they're bailing out because it's going to be crossing the road pretty quickly here.
President Trump was sworn into office.
January 6th. These are the hostages. Full pardon.
Bringing DOJ, tariffs, and a major immigration crackdown, along with an executive order to revoke birthright citizenship that will be decided by the Supreme Court next year. Global conflicts between Russia, Ukraine.
You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
And Israel, Gaza. Pope Francis died on Easter, leading to the first American, Pope Leo XIV. The Eagles denied the Chiefs a Super Bowl three-peat. The Thunder beat the Pacers for the NBA title. And
here at 11, the Dodgers turn the double play.
The Dodgers won a dramatic World Series Game 7 against the Blue Jays. Honora won the Oscar for Best Picture.
They not like us.
Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us was Record of the Year, and Beyonce won Album of the Year for Cowboy Carter.
Heading into the new year, gas prices remain under $3 a gallon on average. AAA says the current national average per gallon is $2.83. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
The truth and nothing but. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
Why do you think that we've gone from a purple state, Florida, and it is now a deep red state? And the same thing is happening. You look at this map, and I've got it here in front of me. Where are people moving to? They're moving to places like Nevada. They don't have a state income tax there. They have low taxes in Arizona. They have low taxes in Utah. And you see a massive net gain in Texas, for example. You know, if you look at where are money and people going? I mean, if you look at income losers and winners, $1 trillion win for my free state of Florida. We don't have a state income tax. Half the property tax of New Jersey. We don't have high gas taxes. We don't have high sales taxes. We don't have any of this.
Keeping you on the straight path. Later today, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
Hey, with everything going on in the world right now, this is the perfect time to take a step back, give thanks for what matters the most: family, freedom, opportunity, the ability to take control of your financial future. And that is exactly why I want to tell you about something big. When you buy gold and silver through HannityGold.com, you'll get an extra 1% in free silver on qualified purchases from my friends over at Goldco. If you protect $100,000 of your savings with precious metals, you normally get $10,000 in free silver or gold. This month only, you'll get $1,000 more. Now, this bonus has no limits. It's the strongest offer Goldco has ever put out to date. It won't. So if you've been waiting for the right time, the right moment, this is it. Take control, help protect your savings, and give thanks. Call Goldco at 855-815-GOLD, or just go to HannityGold.com today. That's 855-815-GOLD or HannityGold.com.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? A man age 50 non-tobacco user can obtain $500,000 of coverage for as little as $110 per month, level rate for 20 years. That's right, guaranteed level rate for 20 years. Call Term Busters for a quote, 1-800-908-7636. You're probably paying more than you should. Call 1-800-908-7636. Sample rate for preferred non-tobacco rate class, exam required to qualify. For details, call 1-800-908-7636. Paid for by Robert Livinger, Insurance Agent.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
The Wilkinson Farm mega site in Harrodsburg appears to be on its way to a new name. The Harrodsburg Herald's reporting that pending county approval, the industrial park there will be known as the Bluegrass Innovation Gateway, or BIG. That name shows they're open for business and want to show the world that they're open to compete for the best economic opportunity out there. The 958 contiguous acres was bought by the Industrial Authority at a price of nearly $20 million and includes frontage on US 127 and Kentucky 390, as well as 1.5 miles of main line with Norfolk Southern. The Mercer County Fire Protection Board says they'll hire a permanent chief next year. Longtime employee Chris Dean is currently serving as the interim, but they've been without a permanent chief since Glenn Phillips resigned last August. The Harrodsburg Herald reports that at their last meeting, the board immediately went into executive session to discuss hiring a new chief, but no action was taken. They said they'll begin interviews with each candidate at the beginning of the new year. A bicyclist in Lexington was taken to the hospital after he was hit by a vehicle on Sunday. It happened near Newtown Pike on Georgetown Street around 6:30 in the evening. The bicyclist was in serious but stable condition, and it's not known if the driver will face any charges. And the annual Christmas for the Fishes continues. The Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife allows people to donate their live Christmas trees to their program, Christmas for the Fishes. Donated trees are then anchored to environmentally friendly weights and submerged at various depths in different lakes and reservoirs, allowing fish a refuge and feeding habitat for game fish, small fish, and invertebrates. The closest drop-off spot in our area is in Garrett County, where you can drop off your trees at the Garrett County Conservation District office on Precision Court. You can donate your live tree, free of its decorations and lights, now through January 15th. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay, little Rayleigh Joe, brought to you by our friends hanging out over at the Big Deals online store. HometownLive.net. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts. Up to 50% every single day. It's the Big Deals online store. HometownLive.net. Cloudy, becoming clearing and sunny today. A high of 32. A low tonight, 25. Wind chill at 9 degrees. Tomorrow, partly sunny and 40. New Year's Day, partly sunny and 40. Friday, mostly cloudy and 50. Right now, it's 9:10 in the morning. It's 21 degrees. Dusty joins us in studio along with James the gardener. What's going on?
Hello.
Doing all right today, Dusty?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Doing pretty good.
Dusty, by the way, I looked up. We talked about the projector last week that we got Rayleigh. I looked it up. 200 lumens.
200 lumens. That's pretty good.
On that projector.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
We set it up Saturday in our living room. And I took my TV off the entertainment center, just set it on the floor, and we just had this big, basically movie-size screen.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, just cast, and the wall's white, so it didn't need a screen. Just put it on the wall there, and it was awesome. We watched The Polar Express. Have you ever seen that movie?
Yeah, it's weird.
That is the weirdest movie I think I've ever seen.
It's somewhere along the line I've seen it.
And it's that creepy, like, it's like when animation was like, it was kind of there, but kind of not. And so it's like kind of lifelike, but it's the
But not really. Some of the facial expressions on the kids. And then,
just
but like,
weird. Yeah.
I've never seen it before. And so I watched it, and I'm like, this is so strange. The kid is on top of the train, and there's a hobo on the train, then he disappears.
The Christmas spirit hobo or whatever.
And the elves almost seem evil in the movie.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
A little evil tinge to them. I saw, you know what the Babylon Bee is?
Babylon Bee.
It's a Facebook page that posts satire headlines. It's
kind of like The Onion?
Yes, it's like The Onion, except I think it's honestly for more like conservative-minded people.
Okay.
So it's got like conservative headlines. But this one that just came from the Babylon Bee, it said, The Polar Express ranked the #1 Christmas movie for serial killers.
I love
it. That's all I can think about watching. This is the weirdest movie.
I can see that.
Wow.
That's weird.
I think that's fair.
#1, huh?
Yeah.
No, that's not one that we frequent at our house. Like, if it's on, like if you're going through channels and it happens to be there, if somebody's like, oh, I want to watch it, it's fine. But it's never one where they're like, hey, what do you guys want to watch? And everybody's like, oh, The Polar Express.
Yes.
Like nobody.
And Tom Hanks does the voices for like 6 different characters in that movie.
Yeah, that's the weird part.
And I noticed it right when I heard Santa's voice. I'm like, this sounds like Tom Hanks trying to talk deeper.
Right.
And so I looked it up. And then
Sure
he
enough.
also plays the dad at the end of the movie. I'm like, why is Tom Hanks playing so many roles in this weird movie?
He gets paid, man.
I was going to say that was extra pay. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Do you know, fun fact, the toys, like Woody character toys and stuff like that?
Yeah.
The voices on it is actually Tom Hanks' brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
They had to pay him less to do the voice or something, you think?
Tom, I guess Tom Hanks' estate, I guess, or whatever, like his rights, his NIL, right?
Yeah.
They were like, well, like Tom is too busy. Like Tom is doing movies, he's doing other stuff, and like his brother was like, well, I sound just like him.
I kind of sound like him. I'm
And
his
they
brother.
were like,
Right.
let's do it. And
Right.
so they, like any of the toys or like video games where like Woody is featured,
Yeah.
it's actually Tom Hanks' brother
Really?
that does the voice.
I
So
didn't-
he
I
gets
didn't know
paid.
that.
Yeah.
I need one of my brothers to do something real big like that, and then I can voice it for them.
That's
Do you
right.
sound like your brothers? Do they all have that smooth radio, golden, docile
I
tones?
don't think we all sound the same, but we all have this forehead roll. You see this
Oh,
forehead
yeah?
roll right here on my brow? We all got that. Someone said that in church Sunday. I was carrying, it was Christmas Eve. I was carrying Truett down the aisle like the church was over. I was
Okay.
just carrying
I
him.
thought it was like from the pulpit. Like, you know the Mathis forehead roll.
Everybody knows the Mathis forehead roll. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Yeah, crazy.
No, I was carrying Truett, and someone's like, you can tell he's the Mathis. He's got that forehead. And I'm like, hey, this is a baby.
Already got
You
it?
got that baby forehead.
Yeah, he's a year old. Let's not, hold on. Let's see how his forehead develops first.
My brother's, my oldest brother's girlfriend, Lindsay. My oldest brother Nate's girlfriend, Lindsay.
Yeah.
Pointed out that we all have a Wesley giggle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all giggle the same?
Yeah, we all giggle the same.
So if one of the Wesleys makes it big with a giggle, you could
Oh,
voice
we
the
could
giggle
totally-
in the video
yeah.
games.
But it's but it's almost like the other Wesleys have to be present.
For the giggle to come out?
Yeah. We only like kind of giggle around each other, and then like to the point where one of my kids the other day was like, "You sound like Uncle Nate and John," and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's perfect."
The way it
Of
works.
course.
Yeah, right.
That's why we're brothers.
Yeah.
All right, so yesterday I was here by myself at the station. Everybody had left, and so I was manning the ship.
Poor
and
guy.
Yeah.
Rebecca actually came, and we ate lunch here in the break room. She got
Okay.
some Mexican food and brought it in, and we ate. And she came in here, and she said, can I try out one of those Oreos?
And so you had to open
And
it.
I said, no, we haven't opened them yet.
Oh, denied. Sorry, Rebecca.
And she said, well, what do you care if you open it 24 hours early? I want to try out one of those Oreos. I'm like, Rebecca, we haven't opened it. And she grabbed them and she opened them. So we're doing.
Okay, so it's open, but Rebecca did it. That's what he said.
That takes care of that. Yeah.
I didn't even. Rebecca was trying to act like she knew what she was doing, like ranking the Oreo. She smelled it and she gave it a number.
Okay.
And so she needs to be in studio to do the actual live ranking. I can't remember what she gave it, so her
That's
number.
good. That's good.
So I tried to erase. I didn't want her
to spoil the broth,
influencing
right?
me.
Yeah.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
oh, Rebecca ranked it this and said it smelled like this.
Right.
So then that's going to influence me. So I did not taste it. I didn't smell it. Nothing like that. These are cookie dough Oreos. Rebecca criticized my description of these from last week. She said, Joe, you need to be more descriptive with these things. I thought this was an actual Oreo cookie with cookie dough flavored cream. But this is not an Oreo cookie. It's a golden Oreo cookie.
Right. Golden. Okay.
With, I'll just read the description. Choco chip flavored cookie.
Choco?
It says choco.
I guess that's chocolate.
Oh, is that the new term? Is that what the kids use these days? Or is it real chocolate? Or is it not even real chocolate?
Choco
and you have to call it
chip.
choco.
Kind of sort of.
Yeah, I think it's a legality thing now.
Choco chip flavored cream. Choco chip flavored cookie and cookie dough flavored cream.
Okay.
The artificially flavored choco chip inclusions.
Okay,
so
so
these
not
are
real chocolate.
not real chocolate
not
chips.
real
it sounds
chocolates,
like.
yeah.
These are artificially flavored.
Chocolate is chocolate.
Right, yeah.
Choco is a brief.
Yeah, it's like
kind
a
of.
genetically modified type of chocolate.
3D printed chocolate.
Right.
The first thing I think of when I look at these Oreos are Dalmatian dogs. Dalmatian dogs, because they got black
Little
spots.
spots all over the place.
Okay.
They're white with black spots.
I was like, have you eaten a Dalmatian and they taste like choco?
Lately?
Yeah.
So I'll pass these around.
I smell the grill with 101 Dalmatians on it.
Do they not remind you of a Dalmatian? Look.
They remind me of that blueberry one because the blueberry had like the blueberry stuff in it.
the blueberry pieces in it.
Right.
Right.
Now the smell's not prominent. Like there's not a
No.
like the smell of it is just like
You
a
could
normal.
blindfold me and I
Yeah.
wouldn't know this was cookie dough. It's supposed to smell like that.
Yeah, I
And plus, you wouldn't tell this. It's almost like they have the golden cracker, but don't they usually, like, the golden one has, like, a vanilla hint to it? Or is that just the cream that's always in it?
I think that's the cream that's in it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I was
Y'all
just
go ahead and take a bite. You're sniffing these things. Take a bite of it. Ooh, I heard the crunch on that one.
Not bad.
It's all right.
Great gnat sound we got of you all chewing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to take a bite of mine now. So you will have to carry the broadcast while I take my bite.
So the cream is very good. I think you can definitely the Choco chips or whatever that they are, the 3D printed chocolate that's in them. That definitely comes through whenever you're crunching. You have like there's almost like a grit to it, right? Right. It's almost like you. It's like it reminds me of whenever you were a kid, you were playing in the sandbox, and like your brother threw the sand at you, and it got a little bit in your mouth.
Right.
And you
Gets
have
a little crunchy.
Yeah, get a little crunchy.
Yeah.
It's not a bad grit.
Yes, it's much better than having sand in your mouth. Let's clear that up.
Definitely.
Well, I mean, but it's just those like it's just unexpected like crunches. It's not like a soft chocolate chip. It's like it's almost like it's I don't know. It's the Choco. Whatever that is.
You know what would make this better, I think, and we can't rate it based on this.
Right.
It's just got to be by itself, a cup of milk.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
I mean, every Oreo, I think,
yeah.
is better. But this one specifically as a chocolate chip cookie dough flavored Oreo.
And I think the help with the kind of hard crunchiness of the Choco would soften up with the milk.
It would.
As well. I think this would definitely be improved.
Yeah, I would definitely buy a pack of these.
Okay.
I would buy a pack specifically. You know what? Cookie dough has kind of that grittiness to it, though.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
So they kind of nailed that.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm tasting, and that's the reason why I was like, no, I'd buy one of those just because of the different textures and different things that are in there.
It'd be really good with a glass of milk. I do think that would drastically improve the score.
Yep.
I don't know what drastically, because I think it's going to get it. I think it's good.
Yeah.
But I think it would improve the score. I'll rate it first. I do like cookie dough flavored stuff. Dusty, you said you like cookie dough flavored stuff too, right?
Cookie dough flavor's there. Yeah.
Yep.
Let me just try the cream by itself.
That's what I did. I took the Oreo part and just ate the cream. I mean, the cream is like it's not. You can tell it's not normal cream. It has that same consistency though.
Yep.
And the sweetness of the cream is still there.
Yeah, they did a good job nailing cookie dough flavored cream without actually using cookie dough and giving us salmonella.
Yeah.
Right.
No, they make cookie dough now.
Yeah,
that
they make
doesn't-
it edible now.
Yeah.
I would give it a 7.5.
Okay.
I think it's pretty good.
I do.
I think 7.5 is good. If you like cookie dough, now some people won't like cookie dough, I guess. Like, remember we tried hazelnut?
Right.
And I don't like hazelnut, so my
mint.
score brought it way down. Or mint. Some people love mint. I'm like, why are we eating toothpaste? So it brought it down a lot.
Right.
7.5, that's my score. Lock it in.
I'll take a 7.
Okay.
I was thinking 6-8.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, like it's just it's the Choco chips. It's like, come on, you got money, Oreo. Let's get some real chocolate in there. I don't know what Choco is, but it's I understand the grittiness of like normal chocolate chip cookie dough, and I like eating like what was that place called that you would get like the raw pizzas and cookie dough and have to like take it home.
There was a place in town you did that?
Not in. I think it was in Nicholasville. Was the closest one? Was it Papa Murphy's? I think is what it was called.
I don't know.
Yeah, you would go buy like the raw pizza, and like then you would have to take it home and bake it. But they also sold buckets of cookie dough, and I would just go and buy the cookie dough and eat
it
that.
plain?
Yeah. But that's what it kind of reminds me of because it does have that nice cookie dough sense, and you do have like that texture to it, but it's like the grittiness, but it's just like the chunks that are in the cookie throw me off.
I like it.
Yeah. I mean it's pretty good.
7.5, 7, and 6.8.
6-8. Where does that put it at?
Let me do the math here. Rebecca, by the
Not
way,
bad.
gave it a 8.2.
8-2. She's
so I
a
think,
big fan.
Yeah, I think she's an amateur. Scoring. I think she scored it too high. 8.2. I said, Rebecca, that's way high. 8.2's way. I mean, maybe she likes it that much.
Maybe she's a big cookie dough flavor.
7.1 is what it ranks.
I think that's fair.
That'd be right.
Here's my problem with some of the Oreo scores is that when these are released to the public, how much flack, if we get flack, will we have for having something like cookie dough over double stuffed? Because to me, double stuffed is the standard. Now, that doesn't mean it's the best.
Right, exactly.
But it is the standard Oreo. So people are going to be like, well, wait a minute. What do you mean blueberry pie is better than double stuffed? You all are foolish, you idiots. I hate you and your family, and I hope you die. And that's how people are on the internet. They get ridiculous over stuff.
This is Oreo lovers. Like, my great-great-great-grandfather's cousin's uncle's sister, brother invented Oreos.
You idiot, moron, dummy, stupid.
It's like you have
I don't know how much
buds of a child.
Yeah. How much flack we'll catch for not having Dumble Stuff got, I think, 6.8, I think, if I remember correctly, which is a pretty good score.
That's a pretty good score. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also we're looking for like almost like originality, right?
Yeah.
Like isn't that one of the Olympics? Is that what they score on? Like originality?
Yeah.
Of a thing?
For like tricks and stuff?
Yeah, something original.
Right.
So we have the same scoring method as the Olympics.
They could put us right on there with Snoop
Right.
Dogg.
They should.
That's
They
right.
should. The United States judge who got here because he ranked Oreos gives it a 9.7.
That's right. You made it.
Here I am holding up my sign.
That's right.
You're like, I like their texture.
That's like,
It's like, wait, what?
Original. That's
Yeah.
right.
Would be good with a glass of milk.
2 glasses.
Yeah.
All right, James, Dusty, what do we got going on in music today?
Let's see. You got New Year's Eve coming up, so happy New Year's to everybody. That is, if you're going out, please make sure that you are taking precautions and responsibility, and make sure you get where you need to go before and after. Just make plans is all you got to do, really.
No driving.
Exactly. That's yeah. There's plenty of things now. I remember. I think Ann Yeager used to have those New Year's Eve parties, right?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, I was a big New Year's Eve fan.
And Yeager's coming in today. We'll have to ask her if they're doing a New Year's Eve party this year.
Because I remember one year I got I guess hired. Because what we would do is we would drive the person's car home and be followed by our buddy, right? And then the buddy would pick us up and take us back to the party, and we just rinse and repeat, right?
Makes sense.
Yeah,
like
good, safe way to get everything home, right? And that was provided. But I was the only one who knew how to drive a stick shift. So thank you, Dad.
Oh, yeah. They should have paid you extra then.
Well, I got to drive a Corvette.
Okay, well, that's payment in of itself then, yeah.
And so somebody was like, hey, who can take this home? Like, who knows how to drive a stick? And I was like, well, that'd be me. And I was like, oh, no.
So you drove the Corvette. Did you?
No, I didn't go that fast. No, yeah.
Did you test it out?
Right.
But
no. I mean, it does have to, it get up and went, but as like, I'm not gonna hot dog it. I think is what people
especially on New Year's Eve.
Right.
Sometimes you got to be smart when you're hot dogging it.
Right, yeah.
New Year's Eve ain't the time to hot dog
No,
it.
there's plenty of other idiots out there during that time. But this year I will be at the Galt House again. I got to thinking, and everybody is like, there's people who are big fans of New Year's Eve, and I'm fine with it because I think that my issue is like I think I've worked the past 8 out of 10, right? Because it's a big day for productions and stuff of that nature.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't mind it. I mean, I get paid, but it's like I'm where is it? You get the New Year's kiss or whatever, right? When the ball drops and New Year's start.
Is Monica there with you?
No, she doesn't stay up that late. And so it's just me and my iPad. I'm running sound, and I'm like, well, hello, Mr. Soundboard. Thanks for being my friend again.
Yeah, it's just
Right.
you working hard on New Year's Eve. Everybody else is having fun.
Exactly.
And you're working.
And I'm working, which I mean, I have fun while I work, but still, it's just it's not even like that part of it. It's like after everybody leaves, like that stuff has to be torn down, and so that's the miserable part to it.
Yeah.
And then last year, when hopefully they've corrected it for this year. So I travel with a trailer, and I can't park in parking garages because the trailer's too tall, right? Mm-hmm. So then I got to park where like the buses and tour buses go. And so I was sitting there, and it's like a special gate at the Galt House where you go around, and the security guard has to let you in. And then the security guard forgot about me, so I sat out in traffic for a good 20 minutes, and I couldn't call anybody because my phone was it was up there playing music, right? Because it was kind of DJing before the band got up there, so it's getting the crowd all hyped. Which I've been listening to a lot of because I like the cocktail kind of music, right? But before, like what you would listen to during dinner at a wedding reception.
Like jazz?
No, I mean people always say jazz. It's more like there's definitely horns, but it's like I like to have a little bit of energy to it, but not really boogie or grind and dancing music, right? Like we're not going that hard yet, right? And then the band comes on, and then there's going to be a break. So I got to DJ that break, and during that break is the ball drop.
Yeah.
And then the band's going to play for another hour, and then I got to DJ for 30 minutes after that, if there's still people there. And then so that's when I usually, that break is whenever I hit it hard.
Yeah.
Right. And so I've been listening to kind of the what I look up.
You got to have the appropriate songs for the appropriate times.
Exactly.
What
and
you're saying.
And you also got to read your crowd. Like if I'm looking out there and they like rejoiced and like got all hyped to ABBA, then it's like I'm not gonna come back and hit them with like
Grove Street Party.
Exactly. Like I got to find something else, right? But I mean that should still be fun. There's a lot of New Year's events, New Year's Eve events going on. I know at the Galt House, I think if you get a room, you get a ticket that's included for that event, which is that night. Trending tonight, you got the wonderful Bolo Mules are coming back together. So the Bolo Mules are a group of musicians that put on different personas.
Okay.
And they have a big party, and they all have like their own. There's like backstories to it. You can follow them on Instagram. It's like Bolo Mules on Instagram, and they all have their own backstory that they've made up. Like one of them, Grayson Jenkins, is a gentleman. It's like just think of a classic '90s country like name.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And like so that's his persona.
Okay.
And like he's made his money racing and selling dilly bars at Dairy Queens. Like, yeah, like no, they have like, and there's like
so each one has their own character.
Yeah, each one has their own character, and then they'll come out and do like classic '90s country like songs, like '90s, '80s like country songs, and so that's the whole night is just them like either they'll set in and then they'll come up and have like their own band. It's a lot of fun.
Okay,
I got to be the MC one time. And it was great. I did like introductions to the bands, like standing at 6'4", 200 pounds. The man with the plan.
Well,
but that's Bolo Mules tonight.
Where are they at now?
The Burl.
Okay.
If you want to go see them, also happening tonight in the Brown Barrel at Frankfurt is Jeff Blackburn. He'll be playing down there. So if you're looking for something a little more easy listening to going on. Let's see. Also happening Friday, Maggie Atone will be at the Burl. And then the SOB Lounge Duo show will feature Nick Dittmeyer and his Sawdusters. Well, I guess Sawduster one because it's a duo.
Yes,
so Nick and Sawduster.
He's there, and the one other Sawduster.
The one other lucky Sawduster, which will be Friday night. Saturday, you got D. Boone Pittman at DJ Steakhouse in Winchester. And then Saturday night, no, that's January 17th. We're already getting into the other time. So, like I said, not a lot going on this weekend. They're going to probably take it off, like, chill and be merry and celebrate a good year coming up. Or I guess, do you celebrate the year coming up or do you celebrate the year?
I think you celebrate
the year that you've already done, or is it kind of a both?
I think it's a both.
It's a both.
You're celebrating the future. This year is going to be better than last year.
I guess some of us are celebrating the year to come, and then some of us are celebrating.
This has been a great year, and then others are like, this has been a horrible year.
I saw a guy's T-shirt, and it was like this will be my year, 2024, and then there was a cross through it. It's like 2025 and a cross through it.
Like the Cleveland Browns quarterback jersey, there's a cross through every single name, and the guy who has the jersey has like a list of names all the way down to his butt. Of guys who play quarterback for the Browns.
Yep.
Who do you have picked out for the Kentucky Music Preview?
Well, the most played song on New Year's, which I think is the only this is kind of the only New Year's song that I know.
This is the
right?
New Year's song.
The New Year's song, which I don't even was it Old Lang Syne?
I think we had this conversation last year about how to pronounce it, and I didn't know.
Okay, you didn't study up on it.
No. Well, I think Robert told me last year, but it was a year ago, so I don't remember.
What? Come on, Joe.
Old Lang Syne.
Yeah, Old Lang Syne, I guess. But this cover's by the Bare Naked Ladies.
All right.
Which I'll be happy to see on New Year's. That'd be all right.
Old Lang Syne. Yeah, it's a '90s group, the Bare Naked Ladies.
Yeah.
What was their famous song?
1 week. It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
Yeah,
that one.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old Lang Syne?
There it is. You pronounced it, Old Lang Syne. Oh, sorry, I don't have your.
Yeah, that's all right.
I got the wrong mic on. Old Lang Syne.
Old Lang Syne. What does that even stand for?
I don't know. It's not English.
Is it?
It can't be English. We don't even know how to pronounce it.
Well,
Do you think we'd know how to pronounce it better if it was English?
To be fair, that's a lot with me. I don't know how to pronounce a lot of English words.
I'm looking it up.
English is not my strongest language.
It's a Scottish poem.
Okay. So this is like a
it's a Scottish song.
An ale house drinking song, right?
Yeah. In the English-speaking world, it's traditionally sung to bid farewell to the old year at the break of midnight on New Year's Eve. It also is often heard at funerals and graduations and is a farewell or ending to other occasions.
Okay. So if I played Scottish at a graduation, that'd be all right.
Yeah. I think people would wonder why you're playing the New Year's Eve song at graduation.
Would they even know?
I think the meaning behind it would make sense, like we're bidding farewell to this old thing to begin anew.
Right.
But people, I don't think that in depth. They would just say, why is the New Year's Eve song playing?
You don't think people think in depth, Joe?
No.
No. I could totally agree
I would
with you
think,
on that.
why is he playing the New Year's Eve song at graduation? That would be my thought. I'm not trying to put people down. I also don't think in depth.
Yeah. But no, so you'll be hearing this at midnight if you choose to join us there at the Galt House. I have to, our setup starts at 2.
In the afternoon?
In the afternoon. And Brian, the lead singer of Vinyl Richie, so for my birthday, I got a disco ball.
Oh, cool.
Like a big disco ball.
You going to put it up?
Yeah, but I have to figure out how to do it.
Yeah, how to hang it.
But also, so I did figure out one thing. I have an inverter with my DeWalt batteries, right? Because I got DeWalt tools. And so you slide the DeWalt battery in there, then it inverts it to an actual plug.
Okay.
Well, that can run my disco ball motor.
Okay, you've got that part figured out.
Yeah, so now I don't have to run a whole extension cord everywhere. And I'm thinking about suspending that above. The hotel is providing me a lift. So that way I can get up to where I need to suspend the ball.
They got it figured out. They know what they want, and what they want, Dusty, is you.
Well,
what do you need? A lift? Done.
Well, I think they own it, but still. But it'll still be there, so I'm thankful for that. But it's also like, okay, now I have to also like get the lights to hit it and set all that up. And they're like, oh, can you do that in like an hour? And I'm like, no, it takes a lot more. Like, you know what? Like, come on.
Yeah. We've had people call the station before. Can you all do a cookout or a broadcast? Sure, when? Today?
Today?
What? Like at 2 o'clock today? And it looks like, no, we can't. That's going to be difficult for us to do in an hour.
Yeah, it's like we have to go get the meat on the buns.
Yeah, we got to set up. We got to put it on the computer system.
And don't you have to advertise it would be a whole thing?
Yeah, it'd be good to let people know we're doing this thing.
And they'll be like, oh, I thought you guys were a caterer. Sorry.
Yeah. Dusty, with the Kentucky Music Preview.
Yeah, man.
Dusty, appreciate you being on.
No problem, Joe.
Next time we talk, it'll be 2026.
Yeah.
Friday, January 2nd.
I'll see you next year.
You can tell Mark congratulations on his fantasy win.
Well, you did well, Joe. Like you outlasted everybody but
Mark.
Yeah.
So, but he had a squad, and there's nothing I could do about it.
Well, yeah. I mean, you have to plan out. Like that's what makes that league very interesting. Is like you can either spend all your money at the very beginning, and now
hope you make it through,
and hope you make it through, or you just save like $4.
And that's what Mark did. And with nobody else in the league having money, Mark could bid on whoever he wanted for $1 a piece, and he got Christian McCaffrey and Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, well, okay, I'll tell you this, and I don't think Mark would mind. So he also betted against himself, like on DraftKings.
Oh, okay.
Like
so he hedged his own.
He hedged his own.
He hedged his own free agent buck dollars that he spent.
And he was just like, and I was like, well, that's good because now your curse doesn't know what to do, right? Yeah, you kind of offset it, and it's like, well, I don't know what's going to happen now.
Yes, well, he won. He took care of business.
Right.
Bijan had a massive game last night. It was over when Bijan started running wild.
Yeah, and I bet that was bittersweet for you because you're repping his jersey right now.
Yeah, I was watching the game. At that point, I knew it was over, so I was rooting for Bijan and the Falcons. Okay. We don't have a first-round pick next year.
Oh.
So it's not like winning or losing does nothing for us.
Okay.
Except that if we win, we have a chance to knock the Buccaneers out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
But when you know who has our first-round pick? The Rams do. So us beating the Rams actually hurt the Rams.
Hurt the Rams. That's good.
In a twofold way.
Yeah.
Not only can they not get a home playoff game or whatever, they're going to be the 5 or 6 seed, more than likely the 6 seed now, they also get pushed back in the draft for the first round. It was like a double-fold thing against the Rams.
That's pretty good. That's pretty nice, right?
Yeah. All right, Dusty, it's 9:37 in the morning. We'll step aside, come back, and hopefully Ann Yeager is going to be on here. Coming up next on The Joe Show. We can still play Christmas music, right? It's still the holiday time.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I think through the end of this week.
Right.
Right after New Year's.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think like you get that week after Christmas to play. Yeah.
9:38 back after
this. Sutton Pharmacy. Friendly service from people you know.
At Sutton Pharmacy, you're more than just a prescription. You're a neighbor. Our friendly team helps you stay healthy with quick refills, expert advice, and flu shots. Enjoy free local delivery and a convenient app to make managing your refills easy. Sutton Pharmacy, dedicated to the Lancaster community. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6.
Sutton Pharmacy. Friendly service from people you know.
In Lancaster on West Maple Avenue.
This is Randy Gipp Graham. If you want to start your weekend off in a winning way, propelling you into a new work week, then join with our team every Saturday morning at 7 o'clock on the Kentucky Power Hour. Sure, we talk current events, politics, a little sports, and a lot about leadership, but with you, the listener, in mind. So start your day off in a winning way. Right here on the Happy Station, WHIR.
The Kentucky Power Hour on AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
Almost every small Kentucky town has a go-to restaurant. In Central Kentucky, it's the Bread of Life Cafe in Liberty. If you like a good buffet, you'll love the huge down-home cooking featuring 3 fully stocked buffet tables, or you can order off their extensive menu. You'll find something delicious for every person in the family at the Bread of Life Cafe. Visit the gift and sweet shop at the Bread of Life Cafe, 5 miles south of Liberty on Highway 127. Open till 8, Monday through Thursday, 9 Friday and Saturday. Feed your tummy and your soul with a stop at the Bread of Life Cafe and Buffet, 5 miles south of Liberty.
Winning is about forcing a turnover. Just like the Wildcats using a full-court press, our energy efficiency programs can force a turnover on high energy costs. Don't ride the bench, be a player. Visit intercountyenergy.net to find out how we can help. Saving energy and money is a slam dunk. Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Big news, Danville. Your local H&R Block franchise has moved, and we're celebrating in style. Join us for our grand reopening on Saturday, January 3rd from 12 to 3 p.m. at 101 Citation Drive, right across from the Boyle County Schools. Enjoy free food provided by WRNZ, and get ready because we're giving away over $1,000 in gift cards. Mark your calendar and come see your trusted tax experts in our brand new location. Don't miss the fun, the prizes, and the savings. That's H&R Block at 101 Citation Drive in Danville, where we're always ready to help.
Planning a wedding? Paying for a wedding? Attending a wedding? Hi, this is Pim Pfister Clark with Wedding Planning with Pim, inviting you to join us Monday through Friday after the 8:30 morning news on WHIR AM 1230. I'll give you sound wedding planning advice and money-saving tips, information you need, and you'll get it all right here at your favorite radio station, WHIR AM 1230. Hi, this is Pim Pfister Clark with Wedding Planning with Pim, here to wish you and yours a joyous holiday season filled with love and a new year filled with peace and prosperity. Merry Christmas from everyone at Wedding Planning with Pim.
We love NASCAR. Catch the races here on WHIR AM 1230.
Danville's deal maker, Bob Allen.
At Bob Allen GMC, we are professional grade. Hi, I'm John Welsh, inviting you to save up to $14,000 off new 26 GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab 4x4s. Stock M26047. Must have trade assistance to qualify. Bob Allen GMC, located on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay, little Rayleigh Joe, brought to you by our friends hanging out over at the Ready Care Clinic in Danville on Lexington Avenue. Save a Lot Shopping Center. They're accepting new patients for primary care. Their primary care services combine the convenience of urgent care with routine checkups, preventive screenings, vaccinations, and chronic condition management at the Ready Care Clinic. Okay, gradually clearing. A high today, 32. A low tonight of 25. Partly sunny and 39 tomorrow. New Year's Day is Thursday. Partly sunny and 40. On Friday, mostly cloudy and 50. Right now, it's 9:42, and Ann Yeager joins us for a Tuesday with Stith.
The following is a paid program.
Yes, it is. And we welcome onto the show
Good morning.
Ann Yeager. What's going on, Ann Yeager?
Oh, just talking to Dusty. You know, can't believe it's the end of... How is this the last week of the year?
Last week of 2025. So, Ann Yeager, the question is, will the Tuesday with Stith segment continue into 2026?
I mean, it never occurred to me that it wouldn't.
Yes! That's what I was trying.
I never even thought about stopping.
Well, good.
I mean...
Don't let it cross your mind.
What would my Tuesdays be like if I didn't have to
thinking.
go running out of the funeral home at 9:20?
What are we going to do on Tuesdays? We're going to continue talking with Ann Yeager, and I don't know if you
26 is our 100th anniversary.
Yeah, that's the biggie. That's the 100th.
100 years.
1926 to 2026.
Oh, yes. Oh, so we're working on some things. Honestly, I've been so busy the past 2 weeks, I haven't had time. But I have to get. I got to get on that. I got some stuff to give away.
Yeah, you're going to do that in conjunction with us here sometimes,
we
right?
Will, yes,
Maybe
we will. We will figure out how to do that with the radio. Let me.
Cheers.
Oh, I got cheers.
Cheers, my cup of coffee to that. We'll figure out how to do that with the radio. Cheers to that.
Okay, cheers to that. I got to figure out what we're also giving away.
Mm-hmm.
We were thinking about giving away gift certificates to local stores, other local businesses. Because when you're a funeral home, what do you give away? I always give away, like when people ask me for gift baskets, like for fundraisers and stuff, it always kind of makes me chuckle when they're like, hey, can you do a donation to this? What does a funeral home give?
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
I usually go downtown or like to the Constitution Square gift shop and pick out stuff I want, and then I give that.
Yeah.
Because I figure...
If you go home with it, at least, you know someone who
I
wants
want,
it has it.
Yeah, I want people to want what I give, so.
Speaking of wanting something, do you want any cookie dough Oreos? We tried those out. Did you see those? Brand new flavor, cookie dough Oreos.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. After Reese Oreos...
It's hard for you to kind of like get excited about any other Oreo flavor?
because that does not sound good after the Reese Oreos.
Yeah, I like the cookie dough Oreo. Personally, I
better
like
than the
dough.
Reese?
No. No, let's not get crazy.
No.
Reese Oreos had the highest score ever for an Oreo. Those got a 7.1 though, which is a pretty solid score for an Oreo.
No, after the Reese Oreos and the regular, I don't.
Yeah.
Oreos are really bad for you too.
Yeah.
Like they're terrible.
You could go to Taco Bell and get like one soft taco and have maybe less calories than like 2 Oreos. It's crazy.
And they're made of terrible ingredients.
Okay, you're talking about, I'm talking about like the calories and the.
Well, but calories, they're bad.
You're right. They're not great.
They're very bad.
They're not great. It shows you how many calories you're intaking on the front of the package. It says 1 serving, 2 cookies, like 240 calories. And that's like, man, I got to run 1.5 miles to run off 2 Oreos. I'm not sure it's worth that sacrifice.
No.
So I don't run. So I just keep on eating Oreos. It's not worth the sacrifice of running. I'll just keep on eating Oreos.
You're so bad.
All right, how did the candlelight service go for you all last week?
Oh, y'all, it was so magical. It's always magic, always, especially once we get all the candles lit. And so we also have cameras on our front porches now, security cameras. So we can see. We don't look, but we have to turn off our alerts. So
You'll have like all night long. You'll have alerts if someone's there.
All night. We have people coming all night long. So so we have to turn off our alerts for the outside cameras, for the front porch cameras. We leave some others on so that we still get alerted if something were to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But it's amazing to see how many people come by and see the wreaths and spend time with the wreaths and take pictures of the candles. And we can't really see, like we can kind of figure out who some people are, but not everybody. And we don't, honestly, I don't spend a whole lot of time looking. But my sister and I did a fast forward, like a sped up version, just kind of trying to count how many people, which we couldn't keep up at one point because they were just like, it was like back and forth, and at both funeral homes. So, but it was really interesting to see the fast forward. Y'all move really fast.
Yeah. So what was like, is there a time like late into the night you saw people like 3 o'clock in the morning?
Oh, all hours. Like I don't know that we went a whole hour without somebody.
Someone stopping by. Wow.
Yeah, without somebody on the front porches.
And how long do the candles last?
So we light them on the 23rd, and they burn out late on the 25th.
Okay, so on Christmas night.
Yes, and we take them down on the 26th.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're 50-hour candles.
Yeah, I saw pictures on Facebook. Look beautiful.
Yeah, it was. It is. It's just, and then it always amazes me how many people, we go through and read all the names. That's one of the harder things we do. It's harder to read all the names, and my sister and I hold it all together because we know so many people. We know all the people in the wreaths. So we go through and we read all the names, and God love her for reading the names, and I just work the iPad trying to focus in on all the candles. So for all the families who can't be here, we started that during COVID. So it's always interesting to see how many views and how many times it's been shared and all that kind of thing on Facebook. So, our big labor of love. So it was really interesting. So we had new members of our team this year, so this is the first time they've seen it. So they were kind of in shock and awe. Because when you light 400 candles, all of a sudden it's just kind of takes your breath away.
Yeah.
And it was also like 60 degrees, so it was like 80 degrees on our front porch at one point.
Yeah, that's right. It was very pleasant. So
very
you said you had people stopping by throughout the entire day, but what was the crowd like for the actual service?
So I was in Junction.
Okay.
So I probably had around, for the actual service, probably around 50 people there. And then we had Jacob Bryant spoke. He's the hospice chaplain. He's also at Carpenter's Christian. He's your friend.
Mm-hmm. Heard that name before?
Heard of that guy.
I know that guy.
He was with me at Junction, and then Sean Gladding. Every year we invite different ministers. Like your dad's done it over the years. Lots of ministers in town have done it for us. That we invite them to just come have a few uplifting words and a prayer over our wreaths and over our families.
Yes.
So
that happened December the 23rd, the annual wreath lighting remembrance service.
It's still on Facebook.
Yeah, and you can go to Facebook, and if you scroll down a couple, 2 or 3 posts or whatever, you're going to see the 2025 Stith Funeral Home wreath lighting video there.
Yes.
On Facebook.
And we'll have I'm trying to figure out where to put it. I think I'm just going to add another page to our website for the wreath lighting so that we can add that video. And we have the slideshow of everyone in memory of everyone that we've taken care of.
Okay.
So those are we also had that playing that night. I've had some people ask for that to go up. So I got to figure out where to put it.
You got to be a webmaster.
I know. All this technology that I never knew I was going to have to do to be a funeral
figure
director.
this out.
Yeah.
Hey, I do got a question, a story for you, and I want to know what your answer to this question/story is. But we got a commercial break. So we're going to play this commercial break, come back, and this person says they're looking for advice on their uncle's burial.
Okay.
And there's this whole story that goes behind it. And I'm sure you've dealt with stuff like this. Family members hating other family members.
Oh.
One of those.
Yeah, that's every family.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that coming up next.
Becky Lindsay, and I live in Harrodsburg. My experience with Welch Homes was through Ashley Reynolds. Ashley was just so on top of things. We had been looking for a home for 6 months. Just went so smoothly and so quickly, especially after 6 months of looking. Absolutely recommend Welch Homes. In particular, Ashley Reynolds is just so on top of what we really needed and what we were looking for.
Welch Homes Real Estate. Welcome home with Welch Homes.
Keep your home cozy with Southern Heating and Cooling, as your comfort is their priority. And right now is the time to take advantage of their maintenance fall special, a $99 value for only $75. System not working at all? Then take advantage of the Hometown Radio Listener Service Call discount for only $50, a $75 value. They offer veteran, first responder, and clergy discounts too. Locally, family, and veteran owned, and easy to book online. Go to southernheatingcooling.com or call 859-324-2770.
Paying for your student's college can feel overwhelming. Scholarships and grants help, but they might not cover everything. With competitive low interest rates and no application or other fees, the Kentucky Advantage Parent Loan offers a smooth and affordable solution. Owned and managed by a state-based nonprofit lender, we're committed to helping families like yours. Apply today and take the next step in supporting their dreams. Visit KentuckyAdvantageLoan.com or call 800-988-6333 to learn more.
This message is brought to you by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
Do you set a good safety example for your child on the farm?
Your child will respond to your concern for safety if they see you practicing safety in your daily routine. Always follow the one seat, one rider rule by not allowing any extra riders. Stop equipment when a non-working person approaches. Follow all equipment safety instructions and remember to reinforce safety rules. These simple acts will help ensure your child is aware that safety comes first on the farm.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
Christmas comes this time each year.
9:53 in the morning. It is Tuesday with Stiff as we near 2026 and what will be the 100th celebration of Stiff Funeral Home. From 1926 to 2026, big things planned for 2026. And we'll be announcing those as we make our way throughout the next calendar year. We're joined by Ann Yeager with Stiff Funeral Home. And I mentioned Ann Yeager. We were going to have a story on a person looking for advice on what to do for his uncle's burial.
Yep, hit me.
So here's the story. Background. My mom is one of 5 kids. And when my grandmother died 12 years ago, so I assume this person's mom's mom, when my grandmother died 12 years ago, things got a bit ugly between my mom and 2 of her 3 brothers over money that was rightfully my mother's. Whatever. Her youngest brother died months ago, was cremated, and she found out that he was buried on top of my grandmother, along with his cremated dog. She was never asked about it, but the 2 brothers apparently said it was okay to bury the youngest brother on top of the mom. Her and my dad were not allowed to go to the funeral, so there's been some bad blood there. Younger brother dies. Sister can't even go to the funeral. Fast forward to today, when she found out that his widow wants to also be buried there too. My mom cannot stand this woman. Over the course of the years, she has said she wanted her son dead, wished my uncle would die, wished that her own parents would die, and I could be here forever typing stupid stuff that she has said, this person said. My 2 uncles apparently were okay with her being buried there, but my mom is livid. She's still angry that her brother is buried on top of her mom. My aunt called my dad, again, the aunt is the one that the mom hates, called the dad, who said has no say in the matter, to ask him if it would be okay. He didn't give an answer. My aunt went from wanting to be cremated and her ashes spread to being buried with a man she couldn't stand on top of the mother-in-law who had no use for her. So the question is, number 1, was my uncle being buried on top of my grandmother legit?
Yes.
Why didn't the 2 of them have their own burial plot?
Oh, no, we do it all the time.
Okay, so you stack people or whatever.
Well, so no, he's cremated, right?
I don't.
I would guess that he is cremated.
The dog is cremated, along with his cremated dog. Okay, yes, her youngest brother died months ago, was cremated. Right. You're right.
So Bellevue Cemetery allows for 1 casket and up to 6 sets of ashes. Now, they do not allow for a dog. So you could easily we have buried lots of people on top of people in Bellevue. Mm-hmm. So that's a normal thing. That is not a strange thing. And when it comes to next of kin, so the mother's next of kin would be her husband, their father. If they are both deceased, then the children, at least in the state of Kentucky, would all be equal next of kin.
Okay.
And if 2/3 of them, or over half of them, say yes to the burial, then it goes.
Sounds like...
So since the one who died wanted it, and the 2 brothers agreed, and there was just the one that didn't.
There it is.
Right.
The math is mathing.
Maths.
Yeah, so...
Mathis.
The next question, does the aunt have any legal right to be buried with her husband, who she apparently hated?
No.
Which is this person's uncle, her husband, on a plot that I'm sure my grandmother would have never agreed to.
She is not biologically. Now, if she inherited everything of her husband's and her husband's 4th of say-so, but that would depend on how a will was written.
Okay.
And if he left everything to her in a will. If he left everything to her in a will, or if the gentleman's mother, there are words, and these are legal words that I don't know, per stipes or per something else. And if that word were in the mother's will, meaning that his part of the inheritance passed to his heirs, which would have been his wife, then she could fight it on that basis.
Okay.
And if the 2 other brothers agreed, then again, it would be a math thing.
All right.
If 3 out of the 4 said yes.
And the third question, is there a legal way to prevent this from happening?
Get an injunction. Get a court order against it. We had something similar happen, kind of, where someone inherited graves, someone buried them in the graves, buried people in the graves that the family didn't want, but the step, so that the children didn't want someone buried in these graves, but the step parent inherited everything from their parent. So they had every right to bury whoever they wanted in the graves, even though the kids didn't want these other people buried in their family graves. But there wasn't anything anybody could do about it because the step parent inherited everything from the biological parent.
Right.
If that makes sense. So I went through this. I lived this scenario of some sorts. And I learned a lot about, no, there wasn't anything we could do. And they wanted me to dig the person up. And I was like, I can't do that because this man gave permission for this person to be told, for this person to be buried here. Then he threatened the family he'd bury more people in their graves if they kept throwing a fit. I mean, people are crazy. It's some doozies.
Yeah.
That was an eye opener. I learned a lot during that. Because I started digging in going, okay, what is the legal answer to this? And I called lawyers and I called a judge and said, what do we do here? And they said, no. He inherited the graves. It was part of the estate.
So he gets to do what he wants to with them.
He gets to, say who gets buried there.
Decide.
Yeah.
10th Funeral Home, I'm sure you all
kinds of random answers.
Well, over the course of 99 going into 100 years of service, you've had many, many stories of different situations that have happened.
All the things.
Yeah. And Yang, I appreciate you being on. You have a very happy new year.
Yes, Happy New Year.
We'll talk to you again next Tuesday.
Y'all love on your people and have a great week.
Which I think is January 6th next Tuesday.
I know.
So we'll talk to you then, okay?
Next year.
Yep, next year. See you next year.
See you next year.
It's 10 o'clock in the morning. Kentucky Sports Radio is coming up next.